Hey, hey, hey. Just saying what's up for them from just thought of a new word. Coming to you from the porch of wonderment. Oh, does that sound good? Yeah, maybe not. The porch of wonderment. Hi, Jay. Yes, you are first. Bingo bango, girl. Bingo bango. What's somebody else in the house? Getting slow. Getting slow, low. Getting slow, low. You got the yo, but she beat you in. She got there first, baby. Oh, oh, I'm good. Out here with my I always can't there we go. Go that way. Out here with my co-host Bernie over there in the corner. Yeah. Soon Bernie's gonna be talking too. He's a little shy. He wants to be over there in the corner right now. Yeah, it's Bernie over there, guys. Have some plans for him. Have some definite plans. He's gonna be chiming in soon. Right now he's dead tired. De- dead. All right, that didn't go over well. Foreigners, they're just not humorous. Xmas is Xmas. This isn't Xmas. Does, does this look like Christmas decorations to you? Do you think? Do you think Christmas decorations? Look, I have frog skeletons, and I have fish skeletons. Blah. And I have my future self Bernie over there. Sorry, I was just hanging out on cruising YouTube, and I was a little bored. So, what happens to a person that gets bored? That has such a lovely, enchanting porch. You go live. Anyway, I was just live like what 2 hours ago. I was live fishing. I'm, I'm live here on the porch. My new co-host. just, just waiting for people to get in here. Obviously, sometimes Sundays are fun. Sometimes I get a lot of people in here. Sometimes it's yeah. Oh, that's right. You came in there. So I was trying to say it in general, just in case people actually go back and watch this live post post live. So I try to keep I try to keep people entertained and going, just in case. So how you doing, AJ? How's it been? It's been a long time. It's been like couple hours. That's like it's like 2 years in social media time. I mean, if somebody doesn't get a text back in like 2 minutes, they're furious. Oh, I haven't done it yet. Never mind. Oops. Oopsie. 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 Whatever. Some sort of oops going on there. Oh, what the hell's that thing keep popping up? What the hell's that thing? Something new? Something new in StreamYard? I don't want to hit that button because I don't know what it's going to do. Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to do. Whoops. What the hell? That was weird. Got some new panel that shows up on the bottom. And don't go away. It's just like, what the hell is this? There we go. It went away. Never mind. I don't know. There's some new bar that shows up at the bottom. Well, I said like social media. It's like if somebody doesn't get back to you within 10 minutes, you're like paranoid. Why didn't you text me back? It's been like 10 minutes. Why am I not important? Why is he not texting me back? That's it. I'm unfriending him. I'm unfriending him. He didn't get back to me in 5 seconds. Looks good on our end. Well, looks good. The porch? That's good. I didn't have a troll come in this time, Noah. Get the 1,000 Saturday. And yesterday morning, I got more than 1,000. Okay. I'm assuming you mean subs. It's so funny in this world. All you gotta do is somebody challenged me to get 1,000. Then today I got more than 1,000. No description, just. But oh, we all know what you mean. Such a life of a YouTuber. Did you? I know. See, everybody knows what you mean. So all you gotta say is somebody challenged me to get 1,000. Now I got 1,000. And we're all supposed to know what that means. That's so like undescriptive. Unless you're in the world of YouTube. If you're in the world of YouTube, everybody knows what you're talking about. Yeah, the sub. I don't know. It's just so funny that it's actually not. Yeah, I mean, it's undescriptive. It's like, I mean, yeah, somebody challenged me to get 10 the other day. And I got 12. Hey, Eric. I'm like, am I just being random? He said I was just on. I was cruising around YouTube earlier. Sat down here, went through stuff, and went, I'm bored. Nothing's really entertaining me right now. I'm just gonna go live and see if I can get some people to talk. Maybe get a panel going. Although I have a lot of non-panel people in here. Yes, that's right. That's what I call you guys now. You're my non-panel people. I'm camera shy. This thing totally bugs me now. Where do I hit to get rid of that stupid ass thing? It's okay. Sorry. If I go down, it pops up. If I go up, it. Wow, this is cool. Turn, turn, turn. Yeah, I don't know. StreamYard's adding new weird like freaking things on me. Have you guys met Bernie? He'll be he'll be talking soon. I'm having lunch, and you're having a beer. Well, you have beer in your fridge. It's right there in front of you. I've seen you at your work. All you gotta do is go. If you're at your regular desk, you go that way, and over, and there's beers in the fridge. Oh, Wasabi came. Where the hell's Wasabi? I didn't see Wasabi. Where is he? Oh, way the hell up there. Damn StreamYards. Yeah, Wasabi was fishing with me today. I don't know. Were you in there, Eric? I don't know if you came in, but I think you did towards the end. Yeah, Wasabi was hanging. What happened, Wasabi? You said you'd be asleep by 8. It's now 9 o'clock. You're lying, man. You said, I'm going to go home. I'm going to be in bed by 8. Or was that last night? Dah, whatever. How do you know it's a beer? Just because it's in a paper bag? This could be like Red Bull. That's odd. You're right, though. It is a beer. I kind of like it better out here on my porch with the wide angle. And I said, soon Bernie over there. Bernie's gonna be talking. I have some big plans for Bernie. Yeah. CCB always has beer, so no. JC's crappy cave. Crappie. Sorry, not crappy. Yeah, he's in a crappy cave. But he fishes for crappie. Crappie. No? Crappie. No, crappie. Whatever. He made it back. I don't know. I said I was kind of bored. Kind of went out. I kind of cruised, the YouTube. Um, didn't, I don't know. Didn't really see anything very entertaining. So I'm like, you know what? I can have fun. Come on here. And, you know, hopefully someday, if I'm lucky, I have somebody cruise in that wants to. What? This thing's like bugging me. It's like it'll come in. Ah, big worm. Yo, Eric. I don't know. This thing's like. Oh, there we go. What else, Scott? No luck with Big Bertha. No, I actually caught one like one what seemed to be a Sacramento hitch. So what? F it sucks. I thought I lit it and I didn't even freaking light it. No, I got one. Yeah, I got one that jumped off. I didn't even. I just picked it up. Didn't know it was a fish. I was like fighting them. What was a fish? This isn't a crawdad. Thought it was crawdads all day. It wasn't. It jumped. It threw it. I'm pretty sure it was Sacramento hitch. So I don't know. I might go back tomorrow and go live with the bread again and see if I can catch some of these whatever they are. I get a lot of activity. Like there were so many things hitting the line and moving it. So I got to figure them out. I'm a fishing channel. I figure stuff out. So that's what I want to do. Is go back, throw the bread, see if I can. I don't know. Figure out if those were fish or those were. They were all hitched that I was missing. Yeah, no Big Bertha. There was a lot of jumps right towards the end. A lot of activity. Things started jumping, bigger stuff like carpet knot. But yeah, eventually, Bernie. Yeah, they seemed like it, but then all of a sudden it was doing the same thing, and I caught a hitch. So might just be hitch playing with it. Got to figure out how to hook them. Yes, you do, Lander. Eventually, yeah. I don't know. I can't see likes in here. I can barely see comments. You can see me in here going, "Oh, I can't read that. It's so teeny. Oh, it's so small." Yeah, it's. I said it's going live on a phone in a desktop mode. Wow, I did that little squint thing and like 5 people left. Maybe Bernie will be a better host. Should I just put the camera on him? He's a little tired, guys. Don't worry. I said soon I'm gonna have him talk and everything. Ah, shit. Is this gonna work this time? All right, let's try. Oh my God, you're actually there. What? Hey,
What's
Craig.
up?
Wow, you're actually there. It actually works. I'm impressed.
For now,
No
is it,
tornado, no tornado, no tropical storm, no like
that's what that tropical storm went through.
no cosmic interference going on right now. Isn't it weird that like nature can f with that stuff? Like people think we're so above it, yet you have heavy winds or a storm and
No big worm paradise.
low in the hizzy. What? Don't mind my chat. These people are being weird.
Let's go. Let's grow. Do it right.
Hear that, Bernie? Listen to this man, Bernie. Well, I got to put it. Let me put it this way. There we go.
Oh, Bernie's still trying to grow. Look at it.
Yeah. He's dead tired today. Don't worry about him. He's going to be animated soon. I'm telling you. I have big plans for Bernie. He's going to be my co-host for a long time. It's going to be like Craig Ferguson with Jeff. I don't know if I can get the animatronics to do it, but at least he's going to have a voice that he's going to be able to talk. That's coming. Just a strange concoction I have going in my mind. I'm kind of like I don't know, a ventriloquist or a puppeteer. I used to always do that when I was little and had fun with puppets and that. So I have some good ideas to mimic that with my co-host over there. And then I can entertain myself for like hours, and it doesn't even matter if anybody's in the stream. it'll just it'll just be me working on like working on sets and stuff. Just talking to me and my co-host Bernie. So did you get your shirt?
No, still shirtless. I had to beat some homeless guy up and take this one earlier. So I'm still waiting on my CCB shirt.
Yeah, that's all right. I yeah. I think I sent the wrong one.
Hey, if you sent me a big old pack of baits, that's all right. I didn't see nothing. No.
Yeah. No, I just think I grabbed the wrong package. That's all. What's it? Scared chicken? Cheers. So are there no more storms there, or what?
It's gonna. I was gonna go out tomorrow, but it's gonna be lightning the next 2 days, and then
Big Worm asked you if you caught any peacocks.
oh no, they're further south. I mean, I gotta go probably at least 4 or 5 hours south.
He's a hell of a gar catcher, though.
Oh man, those freaking annoying things.
He's a gar
Ugh.
master.
Uh,
Evidently,
they're
I
good
make
at doling
really,
hook.
I make really good gar baits.
She'll dole a hook in a hurry, that's for sure.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I don't go out without a stone now. Sharpen my hooks.
got a lunch in an hour. All right, 831. Another 831. He's got his. They're both in here, but he's got a lunch break.
Oh yeah, better content with lightning. Fishing in a thunderstorm.
No, I think she's talking better content if I have actually Bernie. You know, I think
No.
Bernie. I think Bernie will liven it up. No,
Corn.
that was that bad. I did all the dead jokes. I had to do a live joke. already said how dead tired he is. I had to do a fact that he'll, liven it up. Oh, Eames is in here. What's up, Eames?
I don't get really good sound with my little action camera when it's in its waterproof case. So it's the only thing that sucks filming in the rain without the case on. I don't know if there's another cover I could get.
Well, they have the skeletal back. I don't know if that does anything to audio,
Hmm.
but they have that little soft skeletal back thing. I think you can put on or something. I don't know. I don't film with those damn GoPros very much.
Hmm.
The ones I film with are waterproof anyway. My hat cam one and all that, so I can film in the rain with them, and it doesn't matter. And they have really good audio.
Hmm.
I mean, my audio with the fact that thing's way up here on top of my head.
Yeah, the audio on that's really good.
Yeah, and it doesn't. I don't know.
And you
It
don't
just
use a mic or nothing.
no, and it doesn't have that high tinny audio on it. It has. It just sucks because it picks up a lot of wind noise and that. But the audio is very. I don't know. It sounds like an external mic with the audio. It's just it doesn't have the hiss. It's not cavey, tinny. It's just got a really, really good sound. But
Hmm.
that's why it picks up. That's why it picks up all the wind because it's just it's. That's why I love those cameras. I just love the audio on it. It's
Mm-hmm.
sound rich quality. You use GoPro in that, and everything just if you don't use an external mic in that, it just sounds like tinny and sort of hollow. So everybody keeps saying thumbs up in the chat. Do I not have any thumbs up? I can't see them, so I have no idea. I just keep seeing everybody say thumbs up, thumbs up. A lot of this when I come on here like this, it's kind of fun for me because I don't know if I'm why is this? Sorry. There we go. It's like every time I do this, it just shrinks my screen.
I hate having to switch back and forth to see the chat.
Yeah, but I don't know. A lot of times when I come on here, I get on YouTube and I look around and I see, oh, okay, there's like two, three, four other people on. They have like so many people watching. Like, what the hell? Let me see what I can get. It's like, I'm like testing the water. So I'm like, what? People are live. They have like 11 people, 12 people. I'm like, well,
Can't believe how many people sit and watch other people play games these days. Like
I,
instead of
I,
playing their own game, they're watching somebody else play it. Like,
oh, it's learning. That's how they learn is watching somebody else.
yeah,
Evidently, evidently, that's like I
there's
saw
a
that.
lot
Who's the
to some
guy?
of those games, I guess, nowadays.
Who's the guy that the guy that does the host America's Got Talent now? The black guy, the old ex football player.
I didn't see the new one.
Oh well, because Nick Cannon left and that, but he's
I remember you said they were coming back out with it. That
no
was
no
because
no
of us.
no. That was Smart and a fifth grader. I'm talking about America's Got Talent.
Oh, America's Got Talent.
That black guy. He used to
Yeah,
be
I
on.
haven't watched. I don't watch that either.
Yeah, but anyway, it's funny because he said that too. Like his son, he was trying to connect with his son, and he came in, and his son was on a computer, and he goes, "What? You're playing computer games?" He goes, "No, I'm watching them." And he was like, "What?" He goes, "No, I'm watching this guy play." And he goes, "I had no idea that was a thing." I mean, you
Hmm.
just, but it led to him. It led to something that was celebrity. He went in and he got to like go to a gaming thing and play, and then he sort of found like, oh well, that's my connection with my son. That's what I could do is because everybody said no, you can't. You just don't buy a gaming. You got to build it. You can build it with your son. That can be. And so he spent the time and built his gaming computer lab. But it was just so funny because he's like, that's a thing. Because he thought his son was playing. He was in there and Fortnite was on. He's like, really? You're just in here playing games? He goes, no, I'm watching. And he was like, what? That's a thing. People watch other people just play games. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's a big thing. It's a big thing on like
Yeah, you
Twitch.
can get paid to have other people watch you play games too. Heck yeah.
Yeah. But said I want to start streaming Doom. So,
Yeah, the old school stuff,
yeah. Well, I saw Premiere the other day and he was streaming
retro gaming.
no Premiere was streaming Mario.
Oh, cool. The original Mario Brothers.
Yeah, he was really good. I mean, he was going through all of it and doing. I mean, obviously he's really good at the game, but I was like, this is cool. This is streaming Mario. That's kind of a funny thing. Well, Eames is in here. Noah, hello, sure. Noah, never had much fun at school. Oh, I'm missing the chat. I can see it. I know you have to go back and forth to see it, but
You don't have to.
no, it's just like teeny.
Mm.
I I said I have my phone set up as a desktop.
There's a way I can probably do split screen on mine.
Are you on your phone?
Hmm.
Yeah, no. If you actually put it in the desktop view, you can see it the
Mm.
same way I do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll be
I
a
guess I could bring a laptop out here.
we'll be a teeny box, but you have the chat next to you. So you saw that fish I caught tonight, right?
Sorta, yeah. It looked silver, looked like a giant shiner shape, or
Yeah,
yeah, like a.
yeah. I'm pretty sure it was a hitch. It was a pretty big. I mean, it was like 12 inches. It was.
Hmm.
I'm almost positive it was a Sacramento hitch.
Didn't know they were in there.
No, I knew they were in there. I just didn't think they were that big. I thought the cormorant like cleaned him
Yeah,
out.
that was big for a bait fish.
See what Wasabi. See, this is what Wasabi's a gamer. He streams games. That's his thing.
Oh, okay.
He's on Twitch and he does game streams.
Oh yeah, Twitch. I was on that Twitch Prime or something when it first came out for a little bit, a long time ago.
Were you doing gaming? Really?
Yeah, zombies, Call of Duty zombies, but I haven't
Didn't
played that since
didn't work
Black
out for
Ops
you.
3.
Didn't work out for you.
Nah, I didn't really know how to work it at it and mess with it, the whole Twitch thing. But a lot of people actually make money with that, or do better with that than YouTube.
Yeah, I remember when everyone was like, well, I was like a couple years ago when everyone was like threatening to leave YouTube to go to
Oh
Twitch.
yeah, yeah. Every year it seems like something comes out and everybody's like doing that.
Even the Googans, even like,
Oh yeah, their whole dramatic.
yeah, Lunkers TV,
No, nothing really
Flair.
ever happened. Yeah,
Yeah, Flair. Everybody's like,
Flair was a big one. Yeah.
yeah, I'm thinking about shutting down and taking everything over to Twitch. But guess what? They're all still on YouTube.
Yep, and they're bigger now than they were.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah, but that was
got,
good. We're just they
got
got
in with the
parents.
right marketing, guys.
Hmm?
Oh, this is look at this funky color. I don't know if it'll show up right on the camera, but
It's like a light watermelon. Light watermelon.
it's like a whitish gold with black and gold flake.
Yeah, it's kind of like my fool's gold one I have. Kind of in
Has like a
between.
has a cool purple shine to it when the light hits it just right in the water. But that was just some old plastic I had laying around. I modified the swim bait, made a whole different mold because I made this one here. It's got the notches in the tail, so you can so it has better action. Can't really. There we go.
Yeah,
There
sure.
you
We
can see a
believe you.
little bit of the purple.
We believe you. It looks good. Looks good. You know me. I'm not much of a swim bait guy.
Yeah.
I catch my fish the way I catch them. Everybody complains that I don't do other stuff, but hey, you want to catch
Hey,
fish?
I didn't. I never caught a fish on a plastic worm until I started watching your channel. Like freaking
Really?
everybody catches fish on a plastic worm, but it was just like seemed like it wasn't like I always had more confidence with power baits, like
Yeah.
active baits than worms and stuff. But here I was fishing them way too fast. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at Chris caught his first flicking fish with me. He caught his first drop shot. He
yeah,
caught his first Ned fish with me. He fished like you. He would go out and throw active baits all the time. It
mm,
takes a lot. I mean, it takes a lot more patience to really sit and saturate with a slow bait. And everyone
yeah.
wants to they want it to be easy. They want to be able to go out in 2 hours in the evening and throw around a rattle trap or a topwater. And
Another thing is there's so many different styles of worm out there that it took me a while to find one that I actually had confidence in. Like that purple speed worm, just the cheapest freaking, what is it, 2 something for a pack of the Zoom speed worms, and those things
Yeah.
were, oh man, eating them things up. So then I tried those Guggen worms, and they seem to work great on a shaky head style thing, but they don't float as good as I'd like. They kind of like drop. They once
Yeah.
they drop, they flutter down with that flat side on it, and then the tail just kind of flops down to the bottom, and then does nothing. But I made up some that float, and they'll actually, just the slightest movement of the tip of the rod, and that thing is going to wiggle like crazy down there, or the current.
Yeah, but the reality is with me, I can't handle slow.
Right? Yeah, me either. Yeah,
I'm
that's what
like,
where the flicking comes in handy. Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's a finesse presentation, but you can cover water with it
yeah, but even
if you need
that's
to.
but that's even slower than the drop shot. I worked the drop shot a lot faster than I worked the flicking, and
Oh,
I actually kind of worked the Ned a lot quicker than I work the flicking. For me, the slowest thing is the flicking. It's the one that to figure out if there's a bite on it is just mind numbing because it's just like the way that I hit it and everything, and the I'd rather
mhm.
cover water with like a little bit faster with a drop shot or something, and work it faster and work it. I mean, it's slow, but it's still a lot fast. I mean, it's you know a
A
minute and
drop
a half.
shot. When I rarely use a drop shot either, but when I do that, yeah, it's pretty much just sits there, and I just wiggle it, but the weight will pretty much just sit on the bottom, and the bait will be doing dancing around, doing all the
Guess it's
action.
a
But
shame, man. Guess
yeah, you can. I guess certain people fish drop shots. They can cover water with them too, like ledges and stuff, dragging them down, all that.
yeah, it's even the same thing. Same thing when I work a jig. It's
There's ways of covering water with finesse baits.
yeah, it's a more high percentage bait, but I'm still working
Yeah.
fairly fast compared to how most people like just barely crawl a jig and just like I'm like no, I'm working it, I'm popping it, I'm like but
Mhm.
it's just a different.
If you
I
want
mean,
to fish worms, you could do that. You could fish because they make worms in so many different profiles. Like you could fish nothing but a worm, just in different
right.
profiles. Like that one you got that has like little tails on it. Looks like a little bait fish.
What? Which one?
That one you could just caught a fish with. I forget what type of worm is that has the little fork tail on the one end. It's a little 4-inch worm with a fork tail.
Oh, that's actually a sticko. That's basically a 3-inch stickworm like my dropping stick, but it's
Yeah,
called a split tail sticko. It has
yeah.
like a
Depending on
fluke.
how you rig that, you can get it to dark or
Yeah, I put it on the
whatever.
net usually. It's basically a sticko or it's basically a 3-inch stickworm with a little fluke tail on it. It works the same. I mean, it just has it's a 3-inch, but it's actually they
Mm.
call it a 3-inch split tail sticko, but it's actually a little bit bigger. It's like 3 1/4. That's the only color I've ever used, and it's the baby bass. But I always tell people it's like it's not what you use; it's the way that you use it. I mean,
Right? Yeah, and
it's
the presentation. Yeah,
yeah, it's and everybody, everyone's like, oh, you use everything the same way, you fish everything the same way. I'm like, no, but if you watch the way that I work a drop shot, or the way I work the net, and the way I work the flicking, there's a different canvas to it, and there's a different speed to each one of those when I use them. I mean, it's slight, but I do fish all of them I mean, same idea, having the rod up and working with like a lot of little twitches and that, but each one of them have their own certain speed that I actually work them.
Yep, and the fish got to be there. That's one of my big things. Like,
Oh, you ain't gonna catch them if they ain't there.
that's right. A lot of times, so many channels they forget to mention. Like, even Roland Martin, sometimes his videos he slips up. He'll be, I think a month or so ago, he did one on some hardtail swim bait or something that Yamamoto made or whatever. But he was catching these big old bass every cast with this thing in there, showing you how good it works and everything. And then here it's somebody's stock pond, like, come on, that's Roland Martin. I mean, he doesn't really need to do that, but it just looks bad.
Well, for a lot
But
of
to a lot
people,
of people that don't
yeah,
bass
it
fish
looks bad.
very often, they don't seem to
They don't
realize
catch.
care. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't catch that. They don't notice. I mean, I notice. I'm like, yeah, all right, you're promoting some new bait or something, and you're obviously there's no other boat in the lake. It's not even that big. You can tell that it's like
Uh,
some private lake. It's like we get a lot of people. There's a lot of people that come on and they do that. They're like, I watch people come on and you do this educational thing and you tell me about the certain bait and how to fish it and how to work it, and then I go to my public lakes and I can't catch a freaking fish. I'm like, well, go to a private golf course pond and you can probably get a lot of bites on it.
yep. That, that sounds like something like that duck lure would come to mind. We're talking like that.
No, but actually, Scott Martin, they caught on the duck lure in Okeechobee.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he actually did good on
Wow. Holy crap.
and he was like shocked. He didn't think it would do anything. He thought it was like kind of a joke lure, but he
That's
actually
nuts.
went. And it's in
I
one of
know
it was in one
a
of his
lot of that
challenges.
stuff works pretty good in ponds and stuff. I made a mouse, little top water mouse out of a just some there's campfire wood sitting around the campfire and whittled it up, and then I put a screw lock keeper in the back with like a 6-inch tail worm tail on the back, so it kind of like drip sinks down after you twitch it. But the oh man, that thing got inhaled like the second cast at my brother-in-law's pond.
Oh yeah. No, the fun thing is if you actually watch the video I just put up when I'm trying to use a big worm, um, if you actually watch and notice, a lot of times when the fish start blowing up and chasing all the shiners and everything, sometimes it's when somebody walks on the dock and makes a disturbance, or that one where that coot landed,
Mm-hmm.
that coot sped
Yeah,
up.
any kind of
Yeah,
disturbance in their cycle. Yeah, that's like
yeah,
boat traffic. Sometimes a boat will
yeah,
go by and then they'll all start blowing up behind them.
exactly. And that everyone's like, oh, if you spook them or if you're too loud, you're too. I'm like,
They're
no,
like,
that's
yeah,
what gets them going.
yeah, yeah, fires them
I'm
up.
like, yeah, I mean, they're just sitting there and they're just hanging out and they're not moving. Second they get
Hmm.
panicked and move quick.
You get them to get that reaction. You
Yeah,
bring
that's
that
that's
bait
when
right
the
in front of them just the right time. Make them
yeah.
bite at it. They'll lash out after it, even if they ain't hungry.
Well, the bass does not want to attack anything that's aware of its surroundings and is calm and collected. Once somebody walks on the dock and all of a sudden they get spooked and they start swimming a little bit faster or something, they're kind of disoriented, they're freaked out. That's when the
Hmm.
bass will take advantage.
Their fins start doing that weird, like,
Yeah.
you can see it when you're sight fishing. You get them excited, they'll like their little fins will start. Yeah.
Oh, but I'm just talking about the bait fish themselves. I mean, it's hard to see in that video when I'm filming it, but I'm sitting there and I can see all the golden shiners and everything. And then the
You can
second
see this.
well, second somebody walked on the dock of that, they would all of a sudden like kind of scatter and move really fast, and then
Mhm.
boom, bass would just start busting on them and just going crazy on them, because they want to, they're a predator. They don't want something that's
Mhm.
aware
They, they see
and
them. They see them bait fish distracted. They're like, "Oh, it's my chance!" Wham!
distracted. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
my chance. Yeah, second they're sort of freaked out. That
Biology bites, volume 4. No.
Yeah, that's when they charge them. That's when they charge them. They're like, oh, here's our chance. They're freaked out. They're not paying attention. Boom. They're not going to hit something that's just sitting there calmly in the water, watching everything around it.
Yep.
Second how bass moves, they see them and they counter it. But
Just
something
like
that they,
the size of it matters too. They're not going to chase down a little French fry, but if you put a big old juicy cheeseburger in front of them and slow it down a little bit, that enticing has a little more drawing power. But if it's a smaller bait, it has to move faster for them to see it farther away. Something like that, I think you said.
man came in. Yeah, but also the fact is, I tell you that in a video I just put up. I'm like watching those fish and the reaction of them. I
Mm-hmm.
go, you know what? Throwing around this big ass 10-inch worm anyway, it looks the same color as them. Probably not a good idea because they're like 3 to 4 inches and this thing's 10 inches long. So it's it, it's just
I don't
I
think I
mean,
finished the video. I got like halfway through that a little bit ago, but you were live like twice today. Didn't even get to finish your video. But yeah, you were like, that one fish was munching on it for like a minute and still didn't get it in his mouth. That's the only thing with them. Those big worms sometimes takes them a while to get it in their mouth. It's a little one, but they'll
yeah,
still
well,
try.
yeah, that fish was probably 6 inches, 7 inches. I mean, I could.
Mm.
That's another thing too, and I don't know if I've ever done a. I don't know if I've ever done a tips and tricks on that, but a lot of times when I'm fishing, I get bites, and everybody's like, "How come you're not setting a hook?" I'm like, "Because I can tell the fish is like."
You're watching the line, waiting for them to run
No,
with
no,
it.
I can just tell by the way the fish is biting it, the way the fish is swimming with it, that it's a teeny fish. So
What he's doing, yeah.
yeah, so I just keep working it, and they're like, I do the same thing at the pier when I'm going for the rockfish. I'm like, oh, you see that? There was a bite. Oh, you see that? There was a bite, and everyone's like, well, how come you didn't set the hook? Like, I'm like, because I can tell the fish is like 3 inches long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And it gets to the point where you can kind of tell their weight just by the bite. Like sometimes the real giants you can't feel them at all. You'll just see your line swim off.
oh yeah, that if you don't feel them at all, that's better than feeling that
They're the big
rat
ones
tat
usually.
tat. It's better than feeling the rat tat tat. You feel that little rat tat tat and that other stuff, and just the way they're swimming with it, you're like,
Mm,
there's no sense to set the hook. There's no reason to set the hook.
right.
And they'll often hook themselves, and I'll even say it when I'm live. I'm like, sorry guys, this guy,
Oh yeah, with that flicking, yeah.
I'm gonna fight him in, but I did not try to hook this fish. I was hoping he would get off, but
I
evidently,
mean those open hook jigs. And I usually Texas or text pose mine on Texas rig worms and stuff, but I'll set the hook with those, but not like not right away. You got to make sure they got it.
well, yeah, but I mean, but a lot of it with me is it's like 40 plus years now of fishing for him. It's like
Yeah.
it's a lot that I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot there that I trust me. Way back in the day, every bite, every tap, I would slam the hook and try the hook, and I get so confused when I see the pros and stuff, and they're like, they feel a little tap and they freaking swing the hook, and they go, oh, it's probably a bluegill. I'm like, well, why the hell did you set the hook then? I mean, and they're like, well, you just never know. I'm like, no, probably about 80% of the time, if you feel a little tap.
Depending on the hook I'm using, if I'm using a open wire jig or swim bait or something, or especially crankbaits and stuff, you just kind of like swing into it. You don't really, it's not really any kind of a hook set, but yeah, like if I'm using a jig, I'm gonna slam her home, freaking
Well, the fun thing is too is
give her my headache.
Ray,
Uh,
the one I fish with all the time, the one from Pinot,
uh,
the
I'm
bigger
I
guy,
know him if I seen him.
the bigger guy now. But anyway, he's been fishing for like probably as long as I have. And he commented one day like, because he was next to me when I was live, and I'm like, oh, there's fish, guys. There's fish, and I talked to you guys, and then I set the hook. And he's like, dude, why do you always take so long to set the hook? Like, I'm like, well, because half the time I can tell it's not a big fish. If it's a big fish, I let him load up, and then I just, set the hook.
Mm-hmm. You
He's like,
see
yeah,
how Roland Martin sets the hook? Holy crap! He's got the hardest hook set I've ever seen in my life. And then he does like multiple hook sets. So like he'll do a hard hook set and then
and
reel
hook
up and
and
another
hook.
one and another one. Yeah.
It depends on the bait and what you have them on. A lot of times, like on active baits that are top water, I will set
Yeah.
the hook and I'll start fighting them, and then I'll like set it again as I'm reeling them.
Yeah. That's all cool. But yeah, but when people just hurry up and ski them in quick and sling them up on the bank just to try and get a picture real quick for their Instagram or so they got something to make a video so they can post a video,
I'm in
flop
a
the fish
tornado.
back in there.
Oh, Pizza Man's in a tornado watch right now.
Oh, pizza man. That ain't good.
I'm in a, and he said, "Yay."
Stop, drop, and roll. Oh, wait, that's something else.
No, but yeah. No, I'm actually new. Have you ever watched? You probably haven't, but have you ever watched Bass Union?
That's you,
Bass Union.
university.
No, Bass Union.
Oh, no.
Well, he fishes here. He's in California. He fishes mostly Orville for a lot of the spots and everything, but he has the worst for for when he's fishing jigs. He has the worst effing hook set I've ever seen in the history. And so I'm going to do a reaction video. Talking.
Worse.
Well, he fishes jigs with one hand in his pocket, and he works the bait with the other hand, and he uses his finger to like spin the reel, and then he works it. And then when he gets a bite, he spins the reel, drops his rod, and just whips it really hard to the left.
Damn.
And then after he hooks him, he takes his other hand out of his pocket and starts reeling him. And I'm like,
Damn, I keep both hands on my reel when I'm fishing a jig because a lot of times they'll catch it on the fall before it even hits the bottom. You gotta be ready.
well, no, even
Even
yeah,
them
no,
guys
but
that cast with their right hand and then switch to their left and then reel up the slack. Like, yeah,
no,
that
you wait. I'm gonna download one of his videos and I'm gonna do a reaction to it and show people. But yeah, yeah, it's just, I mean, and he's like, it's spots in Orville. They're like pound, 2 pounds, maybe three. But I'm like, dude,
spotted bass.
if you drop that and go like that and slam it, and you have a little bit of slack in it, and it's like a good like 6, 7, 8 pound, you're gonna break it off like instantly. And I watched him. He was at Clear Lake, and he actually showed one. I'm sure a lot of me doesn't show, but yeah, he was at Clear Lake. He was doing that, and they're like, one hand in the pocket. It hit. He did one little spin, dropped the rod, and just whacked the hell out of the thing to the left of that.
Mm,
And then he reels it in, and it's like, huh, broke me off. That had to be a good fit. I'm like, dude, but just you wait till you see it. It's like
mm.
it is. It is like the stupidest effing reel set I've ever seen in my life. And when he fights the fish, he's like not even facing it. He's like, he'll set the hook and the fish is in the front of the boat. He'll set the hook like that and he'll reel it in the whole way facing the back of the boat while he's like fighting and reeling in the whole fish. He's facing completely not, he doesn't have his rod towards the fish.
You
He's
got a
like,
whole new technique going. Might have to
well,
learn
no.
that.
But if you watch, like Roland Martin said, and he was teaching Hillary, his daughter, when she would set the hook, and he's like, you got to keep the rod, you got to keep face towards the fish when you're fighting it, because that's
Yeah,
how you best control. And he is like, the fish is towards the front of the boat, and he's facing the back of the boat, and he's just reeling like a freaking demon. You know, the way tournament fishermen do. You know, you got to get that fish in within 30 seconds.
trying to ski him. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, I watched it over and over, and I'm like, you know, I got to do a video on this because this is just the most stupidest hook set I've ever seen in my life. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't know. He just thinks he's cool because, like I said, he'll sit there with his hand in the pocket, his reeling hand, and he'll just work it, and he'll work it all the way up, you know, like 12, 1 o'clock, and then he'll flick it with his finger and lower his rod, and then work the jig, and all of a sudden he gets a bite, flicks the reel,
I know
drops
one
it,
thing. One
and
thing that didn't. Oh, that's crazy. One thing that I noticed that didn't work for me when I first started bass fishing was I I found a school of those spotted bass underneath this.
what? You froze up.
What happened?
All
As soon
right.
as I skipped it under the dock there, they were catching it, and here uh, I was using monofilament line. It was probably 12-pound test mono with fishing a jig, and I was like casting pretty far, like I don't know, probably 60 feet away casting, and yeah, it was like every time, and it was a moderate action rod. Every time I go to set the hook, it was like super stretchy. It was like I would get tension on it way out here, but then it wouldn't get tight until like way back here. It was like, you know. So I started using instead of a jig fishing like that, I use a braid. I use braid now for jig fishing with that thick, those thick wire hooks and stuff. But you can still use a short leader. That way you don't have as much stretch. But all
Yeah,
that
but the
freaking
rear, I
stretch.
don't know.
I don't use a jig. My jig rod isn't a moderate action now. So that was
I
another
don't know.
problem issue that I found. So
I always use mono. Always use 12 pound. I use 6.5, 6.5 foot rods, and you know I'll cast that thing like 30, 40, 50 feet out and all that, and get a bite right away. I just reel all the way down to the water, and then freaking,
mhm.
and I never have a problem hooking them when they're that far out, even with the smaller. 'Cause everyone's like, "Oh, you need like that's why I need like a 7.5, 8 foot rod or 7.3 or whatever." So when I'm like,
Oh yeah, I don't have any. I'm a kind of short guy. I don't have none of them.
yeah,
Well,
I
I
hit
got a
them. I hit him incredibly hard, and I'm sure if I had like fluoro,
there's
whew,
a 10-foot surf rod in that PVC tube.
well, no, see, a lot of it with me is just the way that I set the hook and the way that I would let them to wait till they load up in that. It's like I reel down and I'm picking up on it, and I already feel their weight, and then and I mean
Mhm.
that's there's no way it's not going to hook them even if they're that far out, and I'm using mono with stretch and that. It's it's a quick. I do a really quick snap in that when I. But what saves me is I use mono, so it has stretch, so it has that impact.
Mm.
I'm sure if I was using fluoro that had less, and the way that I set the hook, and the way I use only 12 pound line net, I would probably snap a lot more off on the hook set because it doesn't have
Yeah.
any stretch. I don't know. I don't know. It's just the way I learned. The way it's the line I've always fished. It's pretty much the pound test I've always fished. And I guess I sort of pick my rods and their flex and everything sort of the same way. Hey, Karina. Whoops, Karina came in. So I don't know. I just don't. I never have that much issues with it.
Heck yeah.
I do have issues when I'm flipping, because I flip 17-pound mono, usually XT, and a lot of times when I have a bigger fish or something, and there's only 4 feet of line out, and I like reel down on them and give it that same amount of force, it's just like butter. It just snaps it clean off. I mean, if it's a good like 4 or 5, 6 pound fish, it's just like it's like I don't even feel them. It's just like I hit it so hard with only 4 feet of line out, and it
Fish
just
goes flying up over the boat.
it. No, it just snaps the fish off clean. If I was
Mm.
using braid, if I was using braid or something, it wouldn't snap at that sort of velocity. But you get a lot
Hey,
more hits when you use
even fluorocarbon doesn't like that sudden impact either. But
right, and the fact that it's usually I don't know, it's either it's in its mouth and its teeth or whatever. But um, I'm sure I've had a lot of big fish when I'm flipping, and if I do that to like a 3 pound or something, it's gonna pull it up, and then might get caught or something. But if it if it's got 7, 8, 9 pounds on itself, and it's like setting the hook into a brick, and I'm doing it at that sort of speed,
yeah,
or or if you have that little bit of slack, a little
that's
bit of
why I use
line.
a like a heavy jig rod. It's like a frog rod. It's real heavy action. But
Yeah, but even with 17-pound mono, I mean, you're gonna.
slam them big double frog hooks in them from far
No, I'm
out.
talking me. It's when I'm flipping.
Yeah, even flipping, I'm usually in thick cover. It's a lot of thick vegetation everywhere. Where yeah, they're always in that thick stuff and the thickest part of it. So you got just pitch it in there or flip it. I don't really. I probably do more pitching than flipping, but
Yeah, don't get me going on that issue. What was that? Tips and tricks number something? Pitching, flipping, and punching. Get it straight.
mhm.
People will tell me they're flipping all day, and I'm watching them, and they're pitching. I'm like, that's not flipping. You're
Yeah.
pitching. Or they say, oh,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
punching.
and then punching. I don't even like punching out. I I tried that. I just tried that on a live last. I don't know if it was the last time I tried to go live or the time before that, but I tried punching and holy
Yeah,
crap! I got a bite and it was like bam, like it was a hard bite out of nowhere and then it was gone. It was like tug and then gone. Like I
yeah,
totally missed that one, but yeah, I
yeah. But
was
that's
like
the thing.
expecting like a worm bite or something, but once that thing fell through the mat and finally hit the bottom, I guess that's when it just slammed it. But I wasn't ready, I guess.
Yeah, but people don't understand. I mean, when you're actually punching that, they go,
It's a reaction. Yeah,
well, no,
you
but
got to
you
be.
you throw the thing 30 feet in the air and let it come
You're
straight down
going.
into that heavy mat.
You're going through. Yeah, matted
Yeah, and
vegetation.
punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like throwing back in reeds and toolies, and they're like, "Oh, I punched them all day." I'm like, "That's not punching. Punching
Yeah.
is a horizontal layer, not a vertical layer.
Hmm.
That's the difference. When you're punching, it's something that's on the surface horizontal.
That's
and
that
they're like,
floating stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and I see them kind of
I
pitching
drill
way back in,
yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, I punched them out all day." I'm like, "You weren't punching; you were just pitching back in kind of far." And they're like, "Oh no, I was punching them." I'm like, "That's not punching. Go to the
Yeah.
delta." Go to the delta and look at those layers and layers and acres of 2 feet tall hyacinth that's 30 feet out from the reeds. If you're getting paid to go through that, you're punching.
Yeah.
If there's like 5 feet of reeds and you're like
Mhm.
throwing it back into the reeds, that's not punching. You're actually punching through horizontal vegetation that's on top or
Yeah.
thick, heavy weeds or something.
It's all about that. That's all. It's a vertical presentation. Is punching is what you're getting out of that. Is that fall? However, the whatever action the bait has on the fall is is the reaction you're going to get. But,
Yeah, and I mean, it's a totally different technique. You have to have
yeah, I don't have the
2 ounce.
patience for it. I don't really
Yeah, you have
enjoy
to have,
that a whole lot. I like
you have that.
swim jigs and
Yeah, you have that
worms
two
are
ounce,
even okay. But
that 2 ounce tungsten. Then you have a hook that has a skirt on it with like a Texas rig hooked up to a beaver or something, and it's like you
oh
can't
yeah,
you can't punch a jig. I mean,
mm-hmm,
you can't.
yeah,
You can what they say is punching. You can throw a jig way back into reeds and stuff, but you ain't gonna be punching no freaking jig
uh-uh,
with a skirt guard on and everything through that thick hyacinth. It has to be. That's why there's punching gear and punching rigs.
yeah. I use I think it's like a 3/4 ounce or 1 ounce tungsten
That's
nose weight, bullet nose weight with a big old heavy duty flipping hook. That's Briggs weedless,
Did you
flipping
see that?
200 feet with my Corrado K. 200 feet. I never, I never used a Shimano. That's too
Well,
rich for my blood. Nah.
first off, if it's 200 feet, it's not flipping. That might be considered pitching.
That's
But
like that's long distance bomb
yeah,
casting a crankbait
that's pitching, Jess Fish.
or a
Flipping
top
you
water.
well, flipping you have like no more than like 10 feet of line out, and you never use the reel. When you're pitching, you use the reel. You hold it in your hand and you pitch it, but you're engaging the reel to do it. When you're flipping, you have line over here in your hand and you're lifting it up to the top of the pole and then pitching it out that way. It's
Yeah,
200 feet is pitching. That is definitely not anything to do with flipping.
that'd be a world record if you could. You can flip 200 feet. Dang.
No, flipping you have less than 10 feet of line out. That's why everybody uses 8 and 9 foot
You
pole.
must got a strong wrist from all that, some kind of practice. So
All that pitching.
hmm, it's better than catching, I guess.
Well, it's better than casting. You're more accurate pitching than casting when you're in that close. But when you're flipping, you're in there and you only have like 10 feet of line out. And you're picking it up with your left hand or your right hand and you're just swinging it and putting it back in and letting the line go. You're not engaging the reel at all.
Yep. Yeah, I don't do any flipping. I
Flip,
punch and pitch.
it, yeah,
Punch and pitch.
yeah. That's why I made that tip and trick. I was just frustrated.
I only get to break out my treble hook baits, crank baits, and jerk baits, stuff like that, and top water baits with the treble hooks in February and March when the hybrid bass, the hybrid striper. They come running. They're right now. They're up north of me. That Shiner guy said they're up north of me at the springs. It's like a cold water natural spring that boils up through the earth. It's aquifer and it's crystal clean, uh, clear. It's like super cool. It's like 60-degree water, I think, compared to the 80. I think it's like 82-degree water right now. But
Yeah.
they go up there to the springs right now, and then once the water starts cooling down by February, they'll be back down chasing the bait fish further downstream towards the lake. But
Yeah, no, I said it's hard for me as far as my shows and filming because at this point and how much time on the water and everything else, it's sort of like it's so instinctual that it's kind of hard for me to explain it to people that haven't been fishing as long because what I think is very duh, simple, duh kind of thing. They're like,
oh yeah, a lot of stuff you don't think of that you just
yeah,
been doing out of habit for the last years.
yeah, for the last like 30 years, 20 years, they're like, yeah, it's that's one of the challenges I have is because I don't know, I almost have too much knowledge and it's so it innate in me and instinctual that it's hard to convey it to people on like waiting for them to and when you set the hook and how you feel them and all of that stuff. It's kind of like
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Experience is the best teacher, I'd say. Yeah, nothing. You can watch hundreds of videos, all the books and whatever, but unless you get out there and do it, you ain't gonna learn nothing. You just like you'll be sleeping and miss a hook bite. You know, you miss a bite or whatever. Or every bite you miss, you learn something from. Hopefully.
yeah, and that's just it. I mean, and it's just sort of the fact that, like you said, it's to me it's so innate, it's so ingrained and instinctual that
Yeah, you don't think about what you're feeling anymore. Yeah,
yeah,
when
and
you're
it's like
learning, all that stuff's fresh.
yeah, and so it's hard for me to convey it to people, like you know, like oh yeah, that's a bite, and then like you know
Good
10,
thing
20,
you
30,
got all your videos, biology bites, and all that recorded.
yeah,
You
and that's why exactly why I
can
did
always
it.
watch that.
I was trying to take all that to that, but it's just the fact that I don't know, and a lot of it is the industry, like oh, you know, it's more salted. They'll hang on to it 30 seconds or 5 seconds long. I'm like, dude, I can do a totally unsalted worm, let it
Yeah,
eat it.
the salt just helps it sink. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I click it in gear, let that thing run. I set the
Mm.
hook, and it's in its freaking stomach. I mean, they're not
You
gonna
can
spit
use
it out.
you can use coffee. You can use sand. There's
I
it'll
know.
ruin your injector, but
Yeah, but it's not. Everyone thinks like. I mean, sometimes they'll hit it and spit it, but it's not necessarily. I mean, I don't know. It's just they're very tentative or their mood or whatever. But most of the time, I mean, I've reeled fish almost all the way to the boat without setting the hook because they just they wouldn't let go. I was just I just kept slowly reeling them and slowly reeling them, slowly reeling them. I'm like, oh, let's just see if I can reel this thing actually all the way to the boat because
I know I usually take it easy with them until I at least can tell how I got them hooked. Get an eye on them or something. But
no, I've actually tried to reel in fish all the way to the boat without setting the hook, just just letting them hang on to it.
dang, if I did that, I'd gut hook them. I've done that before. Like Yeah, every time I do that, I end up gut hooking them usually. Like, I gotta be careful getting it out.
No, but if you never set the hook, even if they have a gut hook, it's gonna come out eventually. I mean, if you reel them all the way to the boat, they're gonna regurgitate it when they get there. They're just gonna be like, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with Chris. Chris said when he would hook fish after like I don't know, like 2 minutes of reeling them in towards the boat, going, why? He was just nibbling on it. He was just nibbling on it. He was just nibbling on it. I just felt nibble. Well, no, that was him. If it's a bigger worm or something, that was him sort of repositioning it in his mouth to try to swallow it. I'm like, that big fish was there the whole time, but you can feel the difference when because they only like crawdads, they only swallow them tail first. Fish, they only swallow head first, so they'll have it in their mouth.
Mm-hmm. I noticed some of them. I noticed some of the real big ones over 5 pounds. It seems if you feel that little tap, hey, what's up, corn? If you by the time you feel that little tap on your line, it's too late. That wasn't them sucking it in. That was them spitting it out.
Right. I tell people that all the time. I tell people that all the time in my fishing videos.
Like yeah.
Hey.
I'm like,
what's going on?
Not much. Yeah, I tell them, I'm like,
Bryce.
Hey, low budget.
You feel a little bit of weight, and you're kind of pulling on them, and you're like, is that a fish or am I a weed? And all of a sudden, you feel a tap. And a lot of people, when they feel that tap, they set the hook. Like, the fish was already there. The fish was already there. The tap you felt was it spitting it out. When they spit it out, it feels exactly the same way when they take it into their mouth. It's the same exact feeling. And I've done that. I mean, I've done it on my videos and everything where I'm like, you'll see me and I'm like, oh, I'm like, feel a little weight. Is that a fish or is that? And all of a sudden I'll feel a tap.
Yeah, they can even spit a crankbait out of their mouth with all them treble hooks. That's crazy.
What the hell happened, man? You're all tinny now. You're all tinny now. What happened?
Yeah. Just not quite sounding as bad as Minnie Mouse, but probably not far off it, mate.
Low budget talk again. You're all tinny now.
I installed this new light. I don't know if you can tell. That's how it was before.
No, it's not that. Like suddenly your voice is all like Mickey Mouse.
Dude. Yeah.
You're all Mickey Mouse.
It looks the same.
Your voice sounds like a very deep Minnie Mouse. You know how Minnie Mouse sounds? Put a little bit of extra bass in it, and that's what your voice sounds like.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it just happened when what happened when Bryce came in?
I just heard a weird sound, like electronic sound.
Yeah,
maybe that was it. Because you're all very tinny now. You're all like,
yeah, that's quite electronic. Hey, Juice Fish. Hey, Corn Farts.
You were fine before, but now for some reason you're all like, hey guys, but heck, hollow, echoey.
If he leaves and comes back in, he might
it might
reset audio. It's probably something to do between.
Still doing it? Is it still doing it?
No, you're back.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Back. You're good now.
That's cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
All right, I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. Bryce, it's all you.
Oh, damn. I'm going to be reading the chat then. Which there's very little of. No, Jess Fish, I didn't hack his voice. I'm good with computers, but I'm not that good, okay? um, it's actually been okay. I've been hanging out on YouTube a fair bit today and uh, recuperating from the weekend. Not that I drank any alcohol. I actually had ginger beer for the whole party and Coca-Cola the next day. So yeah, it was just lack of sleep that put me into the flipping yeah.
I spied on you at the. I spied at you. I spied on you in another life.
Yes, I can I can tell you I was on another panel just before.
Yep, I spied on you. I saw you there.
Yeah, I was I was like hanging around thinking, oh, do I keep watching this one? I actually had three three going at once.
I was looking.
I
You were
had three going at once.
you were in the
CCB.
bottom right. You were in the bottom right. I saw you down there. I forget whose it was.
Yeah, I wasn't there for the whole stream. I kept jumping around to stream as people left out and came back in, or new people came on.
Um, it was one with R5 when she was leaving because of the dishwasher or the washing machine.
Oh, because of her darling daughter putting lipstick in her pocket before putting the
Yeah, it
taekwondo
was
whites into the machine.
yeah, it was that live.
Uh, let's just say one thing. That lady has had a shit run of luck at the moment. If it
Got a bunch
hasn't
of
been her,
coyotes chasing
if it
turkeys in the backyard.
What? You're hunting turkeys in
if
your
if
backyard?
it hasn't been R5 up to her shoulders in grease, it's been one of the kids doing something.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
No, that was actually why I went live. I got on, looked around, and I'm like, so and
No
so's
one
on.
else is really doing anything interesting.
Yeah.
Let's just do my own.
Yeah, I wanted to say I was telling low budget that when he came in. I'm like, all right, this person has like 12 people, this person has 8 people. Let me
Yeah.
just go live and see who I get in. just just to play with me. I mean, just to
Hey, you've got a couple of regulars here. I mean, old corn farts and juice fish.
oh no,
I
I have
see.
guests.
I see. Noah and JDS was in here before. I don't know if they're still watching.
Yeah, JGS was in here. Yeah, crop. I mean, I've had like 6 people, 10 people, 12 people. I mean, people coming in and out. But
Mm.
no, I just kind of like to do that sometimes. I'm like, all right, well, let's see if
All right. There's 20 people going live. They've all
let's see
got
what I can do.
they've all got little numbers. They're not got hundreds watching. Nothing interesting that I'm wanting to watch. Let's see who I can get.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm like, all right, well, if I show up,
uh, okay. What's the beer tonight?
oh,
You're
that's
you're
that's
drinking it with a brown bag around it, so it must be some kind of moonshine or something.
no, it's just King Cobra. I was on.
Okay. 9 likes. Not bad, Jessfish. 9 likes on the video so far.
I can't see the likes. Not in StreamYard.
Oh, I can't see them either unless I brought up the actual live stream.
Well, I was already live fishing earlier, so
I find some people have different numbers to others. 'Cause lately, I've been stuck on low numbers, and someone said there was 15 likes. I saw 8 likes or something, and I put 2 zeros after it just to be funny and uh, inflate the number, so it looked really good.
no, everybody's been Have to refresh. Alright, corn farts. No, actually, I've looked at everybody on Social Blade,
Mm.
and almost everybody I've looked at, all the regulars, everybody's sub count and everything for the last like month or so has all been way down. Because I thought it was just
Yeah.
me. I went on and started checking,
No,
but it's just time of the year. I mean, it's that
it's
transition
YouTube.
fall to.
It's
I just hit
it's all-
300.
it's
I think it was like yesterday or something.
I've called.
Really? Wait,
I'm
wait.
about 310. I'm about 310.
Wait, really, really low budget? You just threw it. Wait, you just got a bunch of subscribers. You're at 300 now.
Yeah, I just hit 300 like yesterday, I think.
All right, bye.
You haven't been sitting in the grow streams, have you? If someone says that, if someone says that and they've got that in one day, there's one place those have come from.
I had to F with him.
No, that's like since like last February.
See, look at JDS. Even everybody else is like, you got to
Yeah,
know my channel. I'm like,
I'm sitting on 315. So
Ooh.
I've been on
Yeah.
2680 something for like the whole month. It just
yeah, so Social Blade is following YouTube's thing of when they hit 1,000, rounding it down to the lowest one, and then
do it right. Don't say the
everything.
S word.
Using the Swedish rounding. And there you go, JDS. I just used the S word, Swedish.
Yeah, but isn't it? Yeah, it's just funny because YouTube is becoming more and more acute to everything that's going on. So the numbers are dropping. Like,
Yeah, that's a good thing. That could be a good thing because that could get rid of trolls. But in saying that, trolls I find make up a fair amount of view count, even if they're in there for the 30 seconds it takes to dislike the video or whatever. That's still a view.
no, but it has nothing to do with trolls. They're just their analytics are getting better.
Oh, and
at-
I'm loving it. I'm
yeah,
loving the analytics getting better.
yeah, and they're keeping
It tells
track.
you what you're doing right and what
Right.
what you should look at doing differently, for lack of another way to say it.
Well, just like last night, I was on the panel with Big Boons and that, and he was with CP Pro Fishing and everything else, and they said like the last month or two they've just completely gotten off the Grow channel.
Mm.
I mean, they'll go in there and say hi and that, but they're realizing that you get 15 subs and the next day you have one because
Oh.
they're like they know where it's coming from now.
Yeah, as Ozzy says, you go to one of those channels, you get 30 subs. The next day you've got none.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's like YouTube is totally getting.
I agree. I agree with what they're doing there, but I also disagree in a certain way. Because I've found, personally, what I've found is a lot of the trolls come from those grow streams.
Yeah, I don't know.
I find a lot of the trolls do come from the grow streams.
I'm not factoring trolls into it. I'm saying without that, without the whole troll factor, they're just.
Hey, Tactical Lawn.
They're realizing, and their analytics are getting better at going. Okay, you're in this person's stream. Suddenly, this person's stream gets a lot of people leaving it and subbing and leaving it and subbing and leaving it and subbing it. What's the trend going on here?
They end up popping out really quick. Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody tells them that. They're like, hey guys, yeah.
They get stuck in the same circle of.
Yeah. Pop out of here, go check them out. You know, put up a.
Come back in.
Yeah, put up a watch later.
the
watch
way
later,
Google's
watch later.
algorithms are, puts everybody in their own bubble. So everything you search, like
Yeah. What I do, I don't use my watch later playlist unless there's one video
Hey,
that's like
tactical.
3 hours long I want to watch, and I watch videos like that. They're called podcasts. I love them because I don't have to change video every 5 minutes. But a, a lot of the time, I'll bring up that channel in a new tab and just leave it there until I get round to going through my new tabs and figuring out what ones I actually want to hit the red
Right.
button on.
Right, but YouTube is now looking at that too. They see that sort of trend, and that's what won't get you subs, or will
Oh,
or will get rid of subs that you got from that sort of interaction where you suddenly, oh, save them, watch later, watch later, watch later. Trust me, they're watching all of that, and they're
yeah,
like, this isn't real. This is sub for sub. This is coming from this or coming from that, and they're getting better at getting rid of all that stuff.
yeah. Thank goodness for that, though.
Yeah, but you just got to go in.
A lot of that is what made YouTube life hell in the past. Seriously.
Well, no, but see, not to promote myself, but you just got to come on to lives like me, where it's actually sort of a legitimate conversation, and we have legitimate comments, and we suddenly get more like tactical lawn cuts, and other people that are coming in, and they love it, they stay, and they come back. And it's not a grow channel. It's like people like coming in here and just
I I actually don't mind people who want to lurk on live streams and what watch every live stream but never comment. You know why? They're giving me a ton of watch time. And the more watch time I can get, the better, because the more watch time I have when I become eligible for
yeah, that's the wrong way to look
for
at
all that, bam,
it.
the more they're probably going to go, oh yeah, sweet, we'll let them monetize.
Yeah, but the analytics aren't looking at as a positive.
Yeah, that's,
I mean,
I actually think,
unless you have consistent people in, like with me, fortunately now, like corn farts and low budget and you and tactical and everybody, it's like the analytics is going, okay, well, wow, this guy goes live and he consistently has a lot of the same people coming in and interacting. And then, yeah, a few people come in and then a few other people come in. And then those people suddenly become more consistent. That's what the analytics is looking for. It's not when you go live and suddenly you're like, oh my God, yeah, look, guys in the chat, I have 15 new people. And then next week, none of those people
if
show
none
up.
of them watch your stuff, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Or they don't show up the next week or the next day when you're live. And then maybe 2 weeks later they show up. And then maybe a week later they show up, or 4 days. It's they're looking at consistent
I'd
viewership.
rather them like the whole sub for sub thing. Oops, I said it. The whole
It
thing
doesn't
there.
matter.
If they, I'd rather them not subscribe to me if they're not going to watch my stuff. That just hurts your analytics more than helps
yeah,
it.
See,
yeah,
Tactical said it right there. And that's pretty much what we get here when I do my paddles and stuff. And even when I do my lives is I'm not just calling out your name and saying, "Hey, go check out Tactical." Hey, no, it's a real conversation.
yeah.
It's a
I,
back and
I,
forth, and they're on here
I
for a
see.
long time.
If I'm live, I see a really good name come into place that I enjoy, or might turn around and just mention it in passing. If you really like the stuff he does, you might want to check him out. but
Yeah,
that'll
but
be it. And it's one time. I don't harp on for 10 minutes on one person and
right. The people bounce.
auctioneering every damn name that comes into chat.
Right.
That's
But
that's to me, that's a snooze fest. Even if you have got the auctioneer's rhythm.
yeah, but I mean, but that's what I'm trying to tell people because I've been on YouTube for so long. But that's kind of what I'm saying to people is that YouTube is looking at
CCB,
loyalty.
That's
CCB,
hard.
put
Even the
tactical
people
lawn
that have
cuts
a few
last
millions
comment
of
on the screen, mate.
Yeah. That one?
I 100% agree, tactical. I 100% agree with it.
yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta have good content to even subscribe to begin with. There's
Right.
so many channels that have a ton of subs that don't even have one video on their
Exactly.
uploaded. It's
And
insane.
and they only have and it's all live streams. They don't have one edited video. They only have live streams. And
It's
they have
retarded.
because they're a live stream channel.
Oh yeah, or all
They're
they
not a
do is
content
live
channel.
streams. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll leave it play, nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're not a content channel.
Well, no, but see, we had this conversation before, Bryce.
Yeah, we've had it before, but it's
YouTube
relevant
is
as it
not.
ever was.
No, but
There's a
YouTube. I mean,
division there. There is a division there, and even
no, there's
YouTube
not.
agrees. YouTube
No, there's
agrees.
not. No.
Ralph's Trucking. You know of Ralph's Trucking, eh? He's had
Right.
to start a second channel because after his live stream got botted, he went into talks with YouTube, and YouTube said, "We look at you as a streaming channel. If you want your tips and tricks and scratching videos, which are edited, to be viewed, you're better to make a second channel and upload them to the second channel."
Really?
YouTube literally said that to him.
Really?
Yep.
I don't see
That's
it.
like telling you what to do with your channel. Like,
I don't see it. An upload's an upload.
I don't either. I don't want to go
what
live
about people that do a
too
little bit of
often, but
everything on
yeah,
their channel? Yeah.
I don't want to go live often,
What
but
did he have?
I
Way
do
more
want to go
live
live.
streams than uploaded content.
He
That's
he does what, at least three or four live streams a week,
Yeah, but I
at
don't.
least. So he's doing almost one a day, if not twice a day on Fridays.
Yeah, but I don't. An upload's an upload. I mean,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I think.
Even some people that have like couple million subscribers, even they don't have like not everybody. It's like probably half of those people actually watch the video, and then
Yeah.
half of those people actually watch the video the whole way through. And then only half of those people that watched it
Right.
actually remembered to click the like button or wanted to. It's like you never have that 100%.
Well, if you look at it analytically,
Uh,
It's like
excuse me, I'll just be back.
active
I'll be
subscribers.
right back.
all right. No, if you look at it analytically, and if you watch even all the huge channels, some are enigmas and some are different, but their video will get about 10% of their subscriber count.
That's right, tactical long cuts.
Would he put up another good one?
He said his channel's his channel. Ain't no one telling him what to put it on it. Only he decides what he wants to upload.
Yeah. No, but if you look at somebody that has if they have 10 million subscribers, their video might get 1 million views.
Right. Yeah, that's
Right
what I
away.
was trying to say. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, that's 10%.
mhm.
You can look at almost every big channel and you look at the amount of views on average, and it'll be about 10% of their subscriber count. And I mean, I will tell everybody here, if you don't believe me, go back and look at. I mean, some are enigmas like Mr. Beast and stuff. He gets like 30 million views when he has like 40 million subscribers. I mean, he's an enigma. But if you look at a lot of the big channels, like even the fishing channels, like um, John B and all that, they have 1.2 million subscribers, and their video right away might get 100,000 views.
Mm.
Which is
I think it
roughly
matters if it's pulling
10%.
views from other sources too.
Well, no, but
Don't you get different amounts of money depending on where the
No.
source is coming from?
no, no.
Hmm.
Your revenue on YouTube is all strictly views, unless you have a
Like
like brand deal or something.
watch time and minutes.
No, it's just
Or hours.
it's strictly views. If you don't have a brand deal or anything else, the only way you make money on YouTube is through views. Doesn't have to do with how many subscribers you have or anything like that. It's simply ad revenue. That's the only thing that gets you money unless you have a brand. If somebody pays you $30,000 to plug them on your video, you're getting that money, but you're not getting YouTube. You're getting it through your own private accounts and that. And that video might get 1 million views and make you such amount through AdSense.
Mm-hmm.
It's pennies on the dollar with YouTube. Literally, pennies on the dollar.
Well, it is. You get 55% of the revenue.
That's
Yeah.
me corn farts. I can't do that either. Like the whole getting used to the intro thing. I'm trying to get used to that. Trying to talk to the camera.
Yeah,
So
see, tactical, that too.
Go
That's
go
a
look
lot.
at Lockpicking Lawyer. Go on YouTube and look at Lockpicking Lawyer. You will not see his face, no matter how far back in the channel you go. You will not see his face.
Well, it just depends on what you're doing.
He's appeared on several other channels.
Look
No
at
face.
the lawyer. Oh yeah, a lot of people just show their hands
No
or don't show
face.
nothing. Yeah, there's
You
some
do
people
not
that make
need
the
your
YouTube
face.
channel off just showing other channels.
Yeah, reaction videos.
Yeah.
Your whole channel is watching
like
somebody else's video and reacting to it.
face tags. That's what it's called. Face
A lot of
tags.
the kids stuff freaking has tons of views on YouTube. It's crazy. A lot of the stuff's like stupid stuff. Like
but
I don't want my daughter watching a lot of stuff on there.
I'm not sure. I think the way YouTube's going, kids stuff is not going to be able to be monetized or something like that. It's got to be right in that fine center line of family friendly but not adult content.
Well, the other thing is too is
something like that.
Well, see, the reality is a lot of people, like both of you that are on here with me, aren't monetized, right?
Yep.
What's that?
Because we aren't monitored in the chat because we're moderators.
No, I said you're not monetized. Your channels aren't monetized.
Yeah.
No.
True. That's
but
true.
what you have to, and I'm gonna do a video on this because a lot of people don't understand this.
And cat channels, yep.
Yeah. When you're monetized, you have to have $100 by the first of the month. Because AdSense works on, they don't pay you until you've made $100. But if you don't have $100 by the first of the month, and say by the 21st, which is the day you pay you have like $140 or $200, you actually don't get paid for another month after.
Yeah, I would never plan on making money off YouTube.
But no, that's the thing people don't understand.
You have YouTube for that extra $100 in your pocket a month, maybe. If that.
No, but you don't make. That's what I was just explaining to you. You get paid on the 21st. But from the 22nd to the 1st of the next month, if you don't make $100, you don't see that money for a month and a half later. You only have 10 days from the 21st to the 1st of the month to make $100. If you're at $99 on the 1st, you don't see that money for a month and a half later. And there's no way
Really?
to take it out. There's no way to get it out. That's the way the payment is done on YouTube.
But they'll stack up though over time, so
Right.
kind of be like holding the first month and a half, and then
Right.
as long as you'd have to have steady 100 views every.
Yeah, you have to make, because I get paid on the 21st, and I thought it was just me. Some
Or wait, how many views would it take to make $100?
in
You
10
said
days.
you got how many?
4,000 watch hours or something like that. I believe is
no.
the figure.
No, we're
To make
talking
$100?
money. Yeah, to
I'm
make
not.
$100 between the 22nd of a month to the 1st of the month.
What's the view count that makes $100?
Yeah.
How many views do you have to have
It
to make
depends.
100?
It depends. The video, it depends. If it's less than 10 minutes, only has one ad. If it's more than 10 minutes and you run like 3 ads on it. It depends on if people, you could have 1 million people watch it, but they only watch it for 2 minutes, and your first ad that runs in the middle of the video is at 3 minutes. So anyway, it's over 10 minutes. You're only getting money from one ad at the beginning before it starts, because they don't watch it long enough to get to the next ad that will make you money. So it all has to do with how long they watch it, how many videos, how many ads you have during it.
You're frozen, Scott. Bryce is moving, but you're frozen like this on my screen. Anybody else?
No, he's not frozen on mine.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm trying to move. Maybe you're looking at Bernie over there in the corner.
No, I don't know what happened. Bryce is showing Bryce moving. Oh, okay, there you go.
All right. Maybe you had to go out and back in.
You're alive. It's backing.
Wait. It's the views and skip through it. Yeah, I mean, all of that adds up. What Tactical's talking about? It's
ad views if they skip through the ad. I don't think it matters if they skip the ad.
No, if they skip the ad or if they watch the whole ad, all that makes pennies of difference. He's right. I mean,
oh, pennies.
Well, no, if it's a 4-minute ad and they're captivated and they watch the whole thing, they don't skip through it. Me as a creator, I will make more money. And if they like skip through it, I'll make, a little bit less. I mean, I haven't sat there and analyzed the analytics on a certain video and how long they watched it, or I don't think they tell us on our side, like, if they skipped it or if they watched it. But yeah, if they're captivated and they watch a whole video, a whole ad that might be 2 or 3 minutes, because a lot of them you can't skip because they're only like 20 seconds and says video will play after ad. But those people that are paying for that ad are paying a different rate. And people that are paying for a 3-minute ad to run are paying more money than somebody that's paying for a skip through, or you can't skip through 50-minute ad. It's all the way that they're paying for it on the backside to have their ad run on you.
Yeah, the skippable ads they pay a little different than the unskippable ads.
Right. Now I'm assuming it's probably actually more money for a non-skippable than it is a skippable. I would assume.
I don't know.
No, I would assume, just because I used to have a clothing store and advertise.
I'm not sure if I'll even go monetize when I can.
It's extra money. You might as well. It's not going to hurt you.
Got to claim it ain't worth claiming on taxes, probably.
Yeah, but if it's under so much money, you don't have to claim it anyway. It's like,
Well, technical, that makes AdSense.
what?
If you read Technical's last comment and think about what I just said, you'll probably get it. That makes AdSense.
Yeah. But no, the reality is people, I don't know, people, the whole,
that's
the
a
whole,
very good point, though, Technical.
yeah, but the whole thing is people just don't really.
Yeah, the likes, the thumbs up, that just helps it show in other people's recommendations
That helps it
underneath
get
the videos
recommended and
that you're watching.
suggested.
Yeah, it's all about interactions.
And I noticed here lately, it'll show like certain channels on the on my homepage or trending page or whatever. It'll show like in black and white. It'll say such and such channel watches this channel, also watches this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. My analytics, I go to the impressions
Yeah, it's all
dialogue,
about
and
impressions.
it tells me what percent of those impressions came from YouTube recommending my videos.
Right.
And let's just say I've seen that number go a little bit like a bouncing ball,
Yo-yo.
the last month or so. So it's good. I'm being pushed out there by YouTube, but some videos aren't quite getting as much of a push as others.
Well, the biggest part you want to see when you look at there's a pie that shows you where your views come from, where the people watch you.
Yeah.
And the biggest part of the pie you want is browse. Browse features first and then recommended as second. But if you have a really, really high browse feature, like 42, 45%, that's showing that people that are just on their browse see your title, see your thumbnail, and they pick on it. So it's more random.
Again, it's the keywords you have in tagline, the title, and the description is how high up the Google search engine it appears when they type stuff in.
Wait, what? Likes make the video popular and subscribers make the channel popular. That's all. Yeah, it's just simply it is recommendation. I mean, it's
the
it's
recommendations and the suggested videos from YouTube are really good because then YouTube knows who's visiting. But from the recommendations, it'd be from other YouTube channels in that figure included in did that person say it in the recommended
a lot
list
of
and
times it
come
keeps
from
you
another
in the
person's
bubble.
video
Yeah.
or what?
Well, no. Let me get back to this one with Tactical. What he said about likes make it popular, and subscribers make the channels popular. That's all. No, I have.
Yeah, that's how it helps make it popular. Yeah, by putting it on other people's recommendation.
No. It's all interaction because I had two videos. One blew up to almost 5,000. One blew up to like 3,000. 90% dislikes, 10% likes on both those.
Holy crap!
I heard if it has like 2/3 or something dislikes, it won't show up.
Nope, that's not
No,
true.
it shows up. It shows
it shows up, but it doesn't show up as quick on the search, like as high up on the search. You got to scroll down pretty far.
No, that's bad. That's bad keywords in your tags. And tags and title are the two big ones.
My two videos in my last like 2 months that got me my most views, for me, 5,000 and 4,000 in like a week and a half, are blow up videos. And 90% of the comments were negative. It had like 20% likes compared to 80% dislikes. And it circulated, it went out there and it grew and it grew and it grew. And every day I checked on it, it had like 200 more views, 300 more, 400 more views, 500, 8 more comments, 9 more comments, 10 more comments.
But see, those dislikes didn't help make it more popular, because when they dislike it, that makes it not show up on their recommendation anymore.
It's all the reality is it's all
It-
interaction.
Whether it's a like, a dislike, a comment, no comment, it's still an interaction.
Well, it's still a view.
You click that
view,
like,
yeah.
that's an
But as far as
interaction.
the
The
search
dislike
analytics-
is another interaction.
Right, it's an interaction, and they blew up.
And that's all it's seen as. That's all it's seen
That's
as.
all it's seen as.
It's not shown as. It's not shown as like, recommend this video more. Dislike, don't recommend this video more.
That
It's not shown as that.
It's showing
an interaction.
Yeah.
It's an interaction.
It's simply showing interaction. Because everything about that video and everybody that I've heard on the pro screen, everybody else was like, oh, if it had that much dislikes and all that, there's no way they're gonna recommend it. Nobody's gonna see it. It's gonna be like shoveled under the rug and that. No, it just kept going and going and going.
It still had way more likes though, didn't it, than dislikes?
No.
No, it had
Has ones that blew up? No.
It had 20 likes. Blew up. Low budget. It had 20 likes and 115 dislikes.
Oh shit! I didn't even look at it. I watched it pretty early. I didn't see it when it had all that.
Yeah, my Mike Long one, and it just and all of the comments are negative.
Really, that bad? Oh my god!
There's like 2 comments that are positive, and there's like 150 comments that are negative, and there's like 100 and something dislikes and 20 likes. And it got.
I thought you were taking up for him. Yeah.
Excuse me.
And I gained 20 subscribers during the time of that video, getting all those views. So
how did I get 1K watch hours on that live stream?
And that's just it. That's what I try to tell people. Everybody, even like Grant McIntosh, everybody, like what Bryce has said. Oh, if you get a percentage of dislikes or likes, they're not going to promote it. It's not getting out there. They're going to shuffle under the rug. Nobody's going to see it. No.
That's what I always heard. That's what going around YouTube.
The most popular videos in the last like 2 months were those videos.
Were the most highly disliked ones. Wow.
Hugely disliked compared to any video that I've had on
YouTube. Okay.
It has the most dislikes of any video I've had on YouTube in 14 years.
Oh my god.
But it has like a lot more views than anything I put up recently. So that's what I told people, and that's what Bryce was saying. It doesn't matter if people are being negative or being positive. It's about interaction. If suddenly 1,000 people comment and 99% of those comments are negative, YouTube's going to go, wow, look at all the people that are interacting with this video. And how many people are reacting to it, and they're going to promote it more because it creates more ad revenue for them.
I know that's how Facebook works, just by reactions. Like, it doesn't matter if they thumbs it up or put an angry face or laugh at it or whatever. Is a reaction's a reaction, but I thought YouTube was a little different.
Nope.
Wow. Hang on, let me go back to the last 28 days.
No, I've actually seen.
It's good to see browse features is on, or is in the top 3 of my analytics. So yeah, I guess I need a little bit of keyword fiddling.
I've seen videos that have like 2 million views, and their likes are 5,000 something, and they're just like they're almost the same at 5,000 something, and the video has over 1 million views. But it's simply people interacting to it. It's created
Yeah.
some sort of stir. It can be negative
And
or positive. It doesn't matter. It's just people are reacting to it, and that's what causes it.
Mm-hmm.
And like Tactical said, you could have 1 million subscribers, but without ad views, you're making nothing.
You still get a little cut if the viewer is subscribed to YouTube Premium. You still get a little bit of revenue from that when they view yours to make up for the loss of an ad view.
Well, yeah, no, YouTube Red, they call it. It was it. It's not
That
YouTube
was
Red
YouTube
anymore.
Read. It's now Premium now.
Oh, but yeah, if they're a subscriber
They've
and they watch the
upgraded.
video,
They've
you get a
upgraded.
cut. Yeah, you get a cut if in your analytics it tells you that. Off to the side it'll say Premium Red ad revenue of people that watch it that pay for it, and so you get a certain cut because they viewed it, but they're not seeing the ad.
yeah, I don't have YouTube Premium.
Yeah, no, but you will get a cut. I get a cut. I mean, it's not much because a lot of people I think still don't pay to watch YouTube because you can skip the ad in like a second, or you're only watching it for like 5 seconds. So
Hmm.
Oh,
you
I've
only
got
you
I've
only
got
get
people.
that for your ads in your video. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
not not
tactical,
not
yeah, but
not that this has a lot to do with what we're talking about, but I've just gone into my analytics and picked out operating system just to see what operating system I'm getting watched on. I've
Hmm.
got I've got
Outside sources.
someone watched me
who the
on
hell cares about that?
on Apple TV. Someone watched me on Chromecast. A few people watched me on PlayStation. A couple of people watched me on Macintosh.
Are they
Like
mostly from your
how
country, or
how flippin' old is that? And then it goes Linux, Android, iOS, and
really
Windows.
watching on a Mac?
Yep, a Macintosh.
Yeah, but
Literally, that's
none of that
before
matters.
iOS came along.
None of that matters. It's all about views.
None
Are
of
they
it matters,
mostly from your
but it's
country,
still
or what
it's
country? I
it's
know a
still
lot of
fun to
times it
see.
tells you.
Uh,
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, Bryce. That doesn't matter. I don't.
it's still
I
fun
don't.
to see.
It's fun to
United
see, but I
States
don't
is the
have to
most
care
in
who's
the last
watching me
month.
for me.
Yeah, like if you get a lot of dislikes, you can tell there's a way to tell there's a way to tell where your
It's
dislikes are coming from,
yeah.
what country
You,
and stuff
you,
like that.
you can follow it through to the country, but you
Hmm.
can't narrow it right down like you used to be able to.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. All you have to care about is your views. I mean, your views and your watch time. It's like, and the more legitimate followers you get, and the more people that actually watch your video all the way through, and you put 2 or 3 ads during the video, that's going to help you out.
Mm-hmm. Heck,
Like low
uh,
budget. Low budget. I
uh,
know he watches every single one of my videos all the way through every time.
I,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
I don't share my videos out on Facebook. Who the hell's sharing them on Facebook? Because that's my top external traffic source.
No, I'm kidding with low budget because he said he just watched one of my videos. He hasn't watched it all the way through yet.
Sometimes I don't.
I
I
know.
ain't gonna lie. I try and
How the hell have I got
sometimes I'll remember to go
63%
back
on
and finish
Facebook?
them. Sometimes it takes me a while.
But here's the funny thing. Videos that for me get more dislikes, like say it gets 3 or 4 dislikes and it gets 15 likes. I noticed that the watch time they always stop before the first ad break.
Right.
It's like I get the revenue because there's an ad before it started, but you can tell the haters are like, they kind of watch, and because you can see that little mark where you know the next ad's coming. And it's kind of funny because if I put it at 3 minutes, suddenly it's 2:55. If I put it at 4 minutes, suddenly one that gets a lot of dislikes. Guess what? Around 350 or whatever is where the average view time is. Like they're like, I don't want to give this guy. I don't want to make this guy. So it always seems to stop right before that first ad break. So it's like, and it's usually the ones that have 2 or 3 or 4 dislikes compared to one that has 100% likes compared to 1 or no dislikes. And the other ones that have 100%, the watch time's a lot higher on average than the ones that get dislikes. So it's that's why I said a lot of it's watching analytics. I can test it and put, instead of putting it at 3 minutes, being 2:55 on those ones, I can put it at like 2 minutes and see if a lot of people stop at 1. Like they're just anal. They're like, oh, this guy sucks. I don't want to give him like another 2 pennies or whatever. I'm cutting out now. Right before his first ad break, I'm out.
Yeah, see, I didn't know it mattered that they watched them or not. I
Yeah,
figured you could just put them at the end.
the ads have to be watched for you to get money. So your best one is get that one right before the video starts, and then put 2 or 3 partway through the video. Those who are very loyal and happy to watch the ads, watch them the whole way through without skipping them, will get you the most revenue.
Yeah. And it has to be more than 10 minutes to add ads throughout the video.
Yeah. Just some of my videos won't be able to get monetized with adding ads in there, but I try to keep mine about 30 minutes long on average, and I can probably get a couple of ads in the middle every 10 minutes or something.
Well, on average, if you watch, most people, most bigger channels, everything else, every about 3 or 4 minutes throughout a video that's longer than 10 minutes, they might add it. Bigger channels, I've noticed, like they get hundreds of thousands and millions of views. They'll, even if it's over 10 minutes in that, they might only put 1 in it. They'll put 1 at the beginning when you come in, and then they'll only put 1 during it.
Yep.
But you really want, I mean, every 2 or 3 minutes, and then being able to skip it. I mean, low budget, you watch mine. I mean, is that excessive? I don't think so.
I usually watch them as soon as you upload them, so the ads ain't even on there right off the bat.
Yeah. It takes a little bit for the ads to get put there.
Yeah, I have to go back.
YouTube's got to decide what ads are right for that video.
I noticed if I miss a video or something, after a while and go back, it's like some ads in there, but I always skip them. I didn't know you had, like, watching them made a difference.
Well, no, just so you, even if you skip them, it's not much of a difference. But yeah, it's what I have to do is I have to upload it, and then once I upload it, I upload it to Twitter, I upload it to Reddit, I upload it to Facebook, I upload it to Pinterest, I upload it to Tumblr, which I don't think anybody watched, but I go through all that and add them to all that. Then I go back into YouTube and go into my studio, and then I have to go to that video, and then I have to hit monetize, and I have to go into the monetize thing, and then I have to go in and add. So usually by the time I upload a video, and by the time I get back to going in and adding ads during it, a lot of times there's already like 4, 5, 6, 7 people already watched it before I added the like 2 or 3 ad breaks throughout the video.
Right.
'Cause- Yeah, because it's a
Oh,
time delay for
yeah.
me.
Puppy
Because
dog
everything I
cuddles.
upload goes to Twitter, it goes to Reddit, it goes to Facebook, it goes to Tumblr, and I have it on Pinterest.
It all goes there from Streamlabs or StreamYards.
No, when I just upload a regular video. What happened to you, man? Wait, here. Let me try this. Your audio is really weird. I'm gonna take you out and bring you back in on my end.
Take me out.
I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna take you out, dude, and I'm gonna bring you back in. All right, now talk.
Hello, Mickey Mouse.
Can you hear me now? Is it low enough for you, baby?
No, it's
No,
you're gonna
that's
have
still
to.
that's still tinny as heck.
Yeah,
Still
you're.
messed up?
Yep.
Yeah, just do backspace. Just do backspace and then come back in. Drop out
Hey,
and come
Dylan.
back. Hit the
Yeah,
backspace.
we got Minnie Mouse in the studio here.
Yeah. Let's see. He didn't. He muted himself, but he didn't actually.
He muted himself,
Yeah.
and
Is
no,
this still messed up?
yeah, still messed up,
Yeah.
brother. Still messed
Yeah,
up.
you're gonna have to hit the backspace button. Completely. There you go. Now come back in, and you'll probably be good.
Mm.
Hey,
I've
Dylan.
got a bit of puppy dog therapy here. I've got some puppy
Nice.
dog therapy.
Well, he left. He hasn't come
At the
back.
moment, it's a puppy dog that needs a bath. Yeah,
Oh, a stinky dog.
pretty stinky.
Yeah. Well, that's what
Hmm.
you get with dogs.
Needs a bath, and we just haven't got the right shampoo to do it.
I'm gonna
Mm.
paste stink again. He shouldn't have to do that, but
Hmm.
no, I pasted link.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's a heavy little girl though. Blimey. Here he is.
Working now. Is it working now?
Yep.
That's
How about
better.
that?
That's
A
better.
little better?
Oh,
Yeah, a little better.
sorry, I'm taking a pee break.
Oh, heck, don't spy on us then.
Might be a helium leak.
Yeah, it sounds like you take a breath of helium every now and again. So yeah. Uh, uh, I wish I could show you how she's lying on my lap. It's a puppy dog sausage.
What kind of dog? Dachshund?
A puppy dog.
A
That's all you
blue
gotta know.
heeler, an Australian cattle dog blue heeler crossed with fox terrier.
Oh.
She's
that
only 4 years old.
Doesn't that equal puppy dog?
It's cute.
Back in the day, we were two legs.
Oh.
Had to do a blow in it. Yeah, and if that didn't work, you got a bit of electrical tape and a bit of number 8 wire and wound it round there. Number 8 fencing wire always fixed everything.
Duct tape.
Number 8 fencing wire.
Duct tape always works.
It's America. We use duct tape.
Yep.
Number 8 fencing
Duct
wire
tape
is.
and zip ties if you
Hey,
have to.
trust me.
Yeah.
Number 8 fencing wire is stronger than duct tape.
Well, the reality is duct tape doesn't work for ducks. It works for everything else.
Yeah, number 8, fencing wire works for ducks.
You can build an airplane, build a boat, build anything out of
Oh
duct
yeah,
tape.
fix our helicopters for the army. Everything with duct tape. Totally works. But it's the worst. It's like 5th in a row for actually fixing ducks. it's, it's like the worst tape for trying to fix a duct. But it's called
Wire's
duct.
pretty handy though. Yeah, you always got to have a spool of wire laying around, but yeah, duct tape. How you? Oh man,
You'll be
that
surprised if you
flex
look
steel
up.
stuff. People are
You
getting pretty big on that flex steel stuff now.
if you
Flex seal on every damn thing.
Yeah, if you look up New Zealand number 8 wire fixes, you'll be super surprised what we used to be able to do with a little bit of number 8 fencing wire, and it always worked.
Is that stainless steel or
Just
No, it
watch
wasn't.
MacGyver, man.
It wasn't. It was number 8 fencing wire.
zinc coated?
It
Just
was.
watch old MacGyver
It was
video.
fencing wire that would only break if you put too much tension on it. You could bend it any number of ways, any number of times, and it should maintain integrity.
Hmm.
You could put electricity down it. You can put it around a tree to hold the tree up. You could. Oh, what you couldn't do. I mean, I think someone used it as a temporary fan belt for the one of the early automobiles or something at one stage. Tons of stuff you can do with number 8 fencing wire. You
I'm gonna
can't
have to
do
look
half
that up
of it
sometime.
with duct tape because duct tape's just not strong enough.
Maybe we can import that shit.
Um,
Hmm.
I
We
wouldn't
can make
argue
a
about the
killing low
tensile
budget.
strength. That's for sure.
We can make a
You
killing low budget. We gotta figure out how to import that shit.
no.
Import that shit, man.
I'll look up what number 8 is with the high tensile um numbers
Yeah,
I
get
because
want
ready
I
some
to.
know
nano.
I
I
know
want
we've
some
gone to high
nano wire,
tensile over
man.
here now.
Freaking nano wire, dude. Can't even say it. It's like spider string, stronger than anything you ever seen in your life. Do some amazing stuff.
Oh, piano wire kills people. I know that.
I don't know nothing
You
about
know
that. Or blowguns. Apparently, Scott's an expert blowgun murderer, serial
Oh yeah. Oh
blowgunist.
yeah.
Although I did shoot my brother's girlfriend in the foot with a blowgun when I was like 11 or 12. She
Well,
wouldn't
if I
leave me
had,
alone. I was downstairs in the basement working on my bike. Wouldn't leave me alone, and just like shot shot her right in the foot. Freaking that! I was like, holy crap! Because those needles were like 3 inches long, and that thing went halfway in her foot. I was like, dang.
oh yeah, dude. That yeah. Those plants with a needle and just a McDonald's straw. Little Chiari. You could kill lots of people.
Just one drop.
Just one drop. Just dip it in Chiari and find
Chiari,
one.
not curry.
You find that bottle brush and put a needle through it. Put a little dip in it, and you can do some damage before people even figured out where the hell it was coming from.
hmm
They'd be like, there was a guy walking around with a McDonald's straw I saw earlier. Might he be the reason there's 15 people dead on the sidewalk? We're gonna have to look. We're gonna have to look into that. Maybe that was where it came from.
There you go. Number 8 wire is a 16th of an inch thick.
Oh, that's
0.0625 thousandths. 62.5 thousandths.
Was that thin?
0.16 inch. Sorry,
Yep.
I should have given you the direct readout.
So if I
So
reeled
the
it
hair's
onto
smaller.
if I spooled it up on a reel, would I be able to cast it?
No, because it doesn't. Because it keeps its shape very, very well. It doesn't relinquish like
Well, what the hell good is it then?
like fishing line.
Yeah.
Who got us on this subject? Was it Bryce?
No, someone said something about duct tape being used for everything. I just thought I'd counter it with an old New Zealand fix of number 8 wire.
What's Dylan? I don't. What is Dylan saying? Careful, dude. It's 2019.
2019.
Is that my reference of blow darts and stuff? Are the analytics going to pick it up as like a terrorist act? Is that what's going on?
To this day, I believe number 8 fencing wire is still used on farm fences in New Zealand. Here you go.
That's right.
It's largely been replaced by high tensile 12.5 gauge 2.5 millimeter steel wire.
Yeah, a lot of people just call it fencing wire
Yeah,
or baling wire.
that's all it is, but we knew it by number 8.
Okay.
So
Number 8.
if you came to New Zealand and wanted to build a wire fence of 6-strand wire, and you walked into a place and said, "I want some fencing wire," people might have looked at you strange. If you went, "I want some number 8," yep, I'll get you that.
Okay, this is fascinating, but we're losing people as we talk more about fence.
Hey, the fact is, it's not talking about fish or YouTube, is it?
Bring the dog back.
Hang on.
We need dog views. Anybody got a cat? I mean, come on.
Dibbo.
Let's get pets
Bibbo.
in here.
I got some more baits I could show. I don't know.
You know what I need to do is when I have my panels is I need to like have a separate phone and have a dog or a cat and have the other phone on them, have them on the panel.
Dog vision.
The dog's got paper ears.
Yeah, have them on the panel as a separate person when there's not like a panel.
The dog's got paper ears.
Just have the camera on the dog. So
he'd be licking his balls the whole damn time.
Yeah, visual. Just some sort of visual of an animal. Just when people show up, they're like, "Oh, the conversation's nothing." But that's such a cute dog.
Dog would be licking his nuts the whole damn time.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, our one doesn't.
Bryce, we're kidding. Ease up.
Yeah, she's standing out in the hallway looking at me as if to say, "You really want me to come?"
There's a first-person view of my dog humping the freaking bed corner or something stupid.
Leave it there, Bryce. That's so much better.
I'm actually holding it. I'm holding it so it won't stay there forever, mate.
Oh, damn it. I thought my view count would go way up if you just left it there.
Well, maybe if you put me on full screen at the moment, it would.
Oh, there we go. Wait, oh, wait. Where are you?
Just tap my little icon down the bottom.
There we go. All right, come on. We have 4 people. Come on. Oh,
Dibbo.
ball licking? Ball licking? No. No. No interest anymore.
And then he's gonna come over and give you a kiss to get that nut sack taste out of his mouth.
No
Nope.
nutsack on this
All
one,
over your
mate.
face.
No nutsack on this one. This
Call
one's
the
female. This
Oh.
one's
Yeah,
female.
yeah.
call the dog. See if it even looks.
Turbo. Turbo. Yeah, she's turned her head towards me. You just can't see because of the
I know.
doorpost.
Little bit of reaction there, but
Hang on. Lucky I've got a wireless headset. There you go.
What do you want?
Now I can't see where the camera's pointed.
here, girl. Here, girl. Come here, girl.
I'm chillaxing, man.
Come here,
Yeah,
girl.
literally chilling.
Come
Hey,
here, girl.
baby.
See, I called her. She came.
There you go, Scott.
Yeah. She just needed to hear another voice. She's like, Bryce, yeah. What? Somebody else? Somebody else? Sure, I'll come in. Hey, girl.
Oh,
Hey,
cute.
girl. How you doing, girl?
Some of yours.
What's up, girl? How you doing?
There you go. It's a good view.
Whoa.
Walks off screen.
Yep.
Mm.
Camera dog.
And she's left the building.
No, hang
He's
on.
gonna pick her up.
There she
There you
is.
go. There you go.
What's her name?
Turbo Stacy.
Turbo.
Stacy.
I saw the ears move.
Hey, because you know
Turbo.
both of your names.
Turbo.
Yeah, she's
I like Turbo.
she's named after the turbine in the car, the turbo in the car, because she's as fast as one.
What's up, girl? What's up, girl? Turbo.
You're
Turbo.
wondering who that is, eh, Turbo?
Yeah, can
Hey,
she
baby.
hear?
Probably.
Hey, Turbo.
Probably.
Hey, girl.
No, she'll think she's the boss,
You just
but
tell her.
because I'm holding her, she probably won't do much.
No, it's because you have your voice in your headset. If it was on the computer and a voice coming from somewhere else, she would react.
Nah, you'll be surprised at how often we put our phones on speakerphone when we're on a phone call and she just, whatever. No reaction.
All right, that's not a good. Oh, get the hell out of here. You're not gonna make 1,000,000 views off that dog.
No, but if I take her on a walk, see that
Oh
ear?
yeah.
If I
I
take
saw
her
you
on a
on a walk.
walk,
You were on a pedal.
I'm always going to get views because she's cute.
Yeah, you were on a.
Her ears went up when you said the W word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if she's just been on one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, baby.
Yep. Go for a walk. Go for a walk. She's like, walks are my favorite. I can do a walk right now.
Heck yeah, she definitely could do a walk right now. She probably needs one, to be honest. Probably needs one.
Gotta love dogs.
I'm gonna shit on your lap, Bryce.
Yeah, exactly.
No, she won't. She knows if she pees on my lap or anything, she gets thrown down to the floor and put in the dog box.
Got some soft serve for you.
Yeah. Hey, that's good voice for Bernie over there. Can I get you to record some stuff, love?
Mm-hmm.
I need a
Got a
good voice crack.
popsicle for you. It's in my pocket. All you gotta do is reach in and pull it out.
That's that
Yeah.
old man from Family Guy.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was gonna say that was a Family Guy line. It's can't remember what the fella's name is.
My
Peter.
wife, it creeps her out when I talk like that. She's like, "Oh God, stop!"
That is that's Peter, isn't it, from Family Guy? Isn't his
It's,
name?
is it Herbert the pervert or no? It's I
Move the
forget his
perv.
name.
Move the perv.
He, he's the old pervert dude. I forget his name.
Okay.
no, for him, for that one, when I was going to animate it, I was thinking about recording a bunch of the Craig person with Jeff. That was his skeleton side mate, his co-host, that was skeleton on Craig Ferguson Late Night. I was thinking of going back and like recording a bunch of
I could
when Jeff
disappear
talked.
I've just had a thought. I could disappear from here, grab my phone, rejoin on my phone, go outside and give this little ball of hair a ball game, a tennis ball game.
That's what we.
Oh!
Yeah.
Did you see it? I said tennis ball game.
Oh, she's excited.
Tennis ball game.
Hey?
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
You want a
maybe
tennis
we
ball?
Need,
You want a
maybe
tennis
we
ball
need
game?
activity.
I'm gonna watch some guy dressed up as a girl beat all the girls that act like he's the
Oh,
world's best.
this one would beat them all. This one would beat them all.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see how this happens.
What's that called?
Because I've mentioned tennis balls.
Contest.
She's not going to rest until she gets a game. So I'll see you very shortly.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
going nuts now.
Oh
Done said
yeah.
the wrong word.
We're gonna go up to like 30, 40 viewers in a little bit. We just need to share it
They
out.
said walk and ball all in the same.
Yeah, we just need to share it out and say cute puppy and ball game. And we'll get like 200 people in here. No doubt. It's all how it works.
Where's Bernie? Your lights went out.
Yeah, I know. You can barely see him over there. I don't know. He's in the dark. He's just so dead about things, you know? No, that didn't even work. All right. This live stream's going downhill. Who really
Well,
cares? Who really cares, right? I mean, I already had another live earlier, so. That other live I got, what, like,
if they're in here, they can comment. Dylan, I don't know if he's still here. He was just commenting. It doesn't show me how many people's here
oh wait, Bryce is back. Maybe
on my end.
God love dogs. He's still here. It shows 5 people in. All right, guys, look at that. Yeah, we're here in the dark, and he's in the light.
Oh, it's headed towards night time at the moment.
Freaking daylight over there.
Yep.
It is 7:30 at night. It won't get dark till about 8 o'clock, so there's another half hour.
It's dark at 8.
Dog seems happy.
Yeah, you're getting a game now. Oh, getting a game now.
Oh, look at that. It reminds me of all those America's favorite videos he used to watch.
Yeah, America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah, pretty much. Isn't that what it reminds you of, Low Budget? Like,
Yeah, ain't it funny how America, that show there and all the other ones got replaced by shows that all they do is show clips from YouTubers,
yeah,
like Ridiculousness and all that, like all the Vines and Fail Army. That's
yep.
all they do is show clips of YouTube videos. That's
Bob
Yeah.
Saget. Bob
How
Saget.
ridiculous would have been featured on there a few times. They've got some good stuff, some really cool stuff.
Well, that show's still around. That show's still around, Low.
really not
Yeah.
reruns. They're new ones.
No. They're new. It's Alfonso. Remember the black guy from
What, America's Funniest Home Videos?
yeah, it's still on, but it has Alfonso, the black guy from
How the heck is he still around?
from Will Smith's sitcom in the 80s.
Oh,
Remember Alfonso?
the guy that does the Carlton, or
Carlton, yeah. Well,
yeah.
not Carlton, but the son of the owner, his sidekick in that, Alfonso.
Oh,
He hosts it now. It's still on. It's still new.
shoot, I don't even watch TV anymore. Bob Saget. Bob
Yeah,
Saget.
it's still around. It's been going on all these years, and they still show like YouTube crap. Yes, it's still found a life even to
Pat
this day.
Sajak.
I got a puppy dog magnet.
What? Tennis ball?
No,
Wow. What has CCB become?
puppy dog magnet.
I used to be like respectable, but now I'm like showing dog videos.
Now you're showing a crazy dog running around after balls in the backyard.
Yeah.
Gonna sprint around back and forth and then stop for a quick poop. Work up a
Yeah.
quick poop.
Yeah, no.
That's a low point in my channel, I can tell. It'll all go uphill from here.
Either that or there's too many others live at the same time. And I'd rather see something else.
Everybody come see
Even
this amazing dog.
Yeah.
He's the only one like it in the world. You guys gotta come see this thing.
One of a kind dog. Yeah, well, I figure since there's like what 2 billion YouTube channels, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of channels live.
Oh,
I mean, oh, there we go. That'll do it.
How cute is that, eh?
Bite his face off. Live.
Yeah. Be
There
more
she goes.
impressive.
She gone. I can see why you call her Turbo. Holy moly.
I'll say thank you for that one, low budget.
Hmm.
You're the first one to actually you can see the logic in the name.
Mhm.
Yep.
You're more.
Must have
You're
got a
more
bit tired.
than her, right? What's going on? I was gonna say, you're more tired than her. What's going on?
Well, remember the last week or so, I haven't had very much sleep at all, and I've been down to Palmerston North celebrating a mate's birthday, and didn't get back till like 10:30 last night. So yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Remember, I'm running on buck all sleep.
Okay. You still seem hella worn out already. Does he low budget?
You guys measure that in fortnights?
What? What low
I'm
budget?
picking on Bryce.
Oh,
Oh, someone's come to attention, has she?
Oh, here's you do. Here's you do the boo-boo.
yep. Boom.
I think she's a bit tired now. Just a little bit tired. Keeps sitting down every time she comes back. Or lying down. And I'm not giving her any commands to do it, so I think that's enough game for the moment.
Yeah. She's pretty much done. Like, that was fun, guys. I'm done.
Oh,
Well,
who's that
let's
ugly
go
mug?
one more second.
Yep.
She's done.
Done
What?
for the moment. There'll probably be another game before. I'm not sure or not, because it's a lot of work to can focus on her well, everything else. So yeah, it's a lot of work.
All right. Well,
Scott, do you
What
have any?
on? Yeah, go for it.
wait. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead, low budget.
Oh, sorry about that. I was gonna ask you if you had any crankbaits that are chartreuse with purple back.
Yeah, I have one it's called hot mustard.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's
that
purple on the back
mustard.
and it's sort of mustard on the side. Not a chartreuse, but sort of a mustardy yellow. It's called hot mustard.
Hmm.
Purple
But it's a
back.
solid color.
Well, it's purple on the back and that, but the sides are mustard and then it goes into like white or shiny white or something.
Nice. What's that? What's that one? A regular? Is that a square bill or deep
Yeah.
diver or
No, it's a square bill.
square bill?
Yeah.
They're about 4 to 6 feet or something. Most of them.
Yeah. It's pretty much about the same as a KVD 2.5.
All right.
Nice.
Pretty much the same size and shape and size about the same.
That costs a pretty penny. That size bottle.
What? What are you talking about?
I think this size bottle's like $4 or $5 over here.
All right, low budget. I'm gonna go grab it. I have one.
But they last for ages.
He's gonna go grab it. He needs to put some kind of a box together with a little bit of everything in it, just the 5, because you can narrow it down and take the 5 top baits, a worm, like the 5 top baits that catch fish, and put them all together. You got to have a jig. Jig works all year. A worm, some kind of a worm, and throw a pack of worms in there.
Yeah.
Some kind of either lipless crankbait, because you can fish them at different depths. Some kind of a top water.
Yeah, there's different times of the year the fish go for different stuff, eh?
Be nice to put a box together of all the YouTubers, like of nothing but fishing lures that YouTubers make, from different channels, all the different channels that make baits. Have everybody get together and put a box together and have, nothing but, a YouTube
Yeah,
channel box. Like,
well, not one of each from every YouTuber, but like one lure from every YouTuber. So their best lure that they've made that works well, put that in the box. The next one, same story, and you get
yeah.
10 or 12. Get 10 or 12 of those. Well, there you go.
That's not the color, but that's the size.
Shoot,
So it looks like
it's
it's basically the same as a
is that a swimmer?
0.5.
Okay. Yeah. That's got the eyes in the front.
It looks
Yeah,
like a swimmer.
it's
Looks like a swim bait.
basically the pretty much same size as the 2.5 KVD. But I put the Mustad true turn hooks on it.
Oh, the 2.5. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
2.5 inch.
yeah, 2.5. Obviously, it's got the nice Mustad true turn hooks on it, bent in bronze, the best color.
Nice.
Yeah, the bronze is the best color.
It's that style with the mustard and purple.
Yeah, you get it in the purple on top, mustard on the side.
That'd be killer around here. Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like like black and chartreuse, but it's purple and sort of the.
I had the Sixth Sense square bill. It was the Magnum square bill. It was a small one like that, but it was real fat. It had a really wide bill on it, and that thing dove to about 8 feet. And I slayed him on that thing. That was chartreuse on the bottom and purple on the top. But the sun kind of faded the chartreuse out into a white after a while, and I noticed it didn't work as good.
Yeah, but I can get the same thing in a circuit board lip too.
Really?
Instead of the normal bill, I can get it in the circuit board now.
Wow, that'd be
Same
cool to have.
color.
I don't have any of those. I guess they're tunable, right? Or no?
Well, you bend the eye to tune them. Those run pretty straight. They run really straight at really, really high speeds. How fast I crank them. They run, I mean, I'm pretty impressed. I haven't had to tune too many compared to compared to Bandits and Normans, all the production ones I buy. I always have to tune them. But this thing runs pretty, I mean, if you don't run it as fast as I run it, it'll always consistent be. I mean,
I've got
an 8.5 on the same lure. So
I've got a little question about it. Would that be any good for trawling, or does it have to run deep?
No, that only runs 2 to 5 feet. Or
so you could trawl it behind you could put it on a rod, trawl it behind a boat for a little bit. Did the same job as cranking it in.
As long as you keep moving, if you stop, it's going to float up on you. That's probably a floating square bill.
Yeah, it floats.
That's what's nice about the floating ones is you can crank them down and bank them off the rocks. Bounce that thing off the structure and stuff. And if you do start to get snagged, just stop a second, and it'll rise up, and then you can go right over top of stuff.
I don't know if you can see it now, but it has just one really thick.
But the square bill is like the 4-wheel drive of the crankbait.
Yeah, that's really nice. It looks like a really nice bait.
Yeah, but it doesn't have like a bunch of little rattles. It has one rattle.
The coffin bill, I don't have anything with a coffin bill on it. I heard they work pretty good too. It's like a combination.
Yeah, I've always
it's kind of like a diamond shape. bill. Weird.
No, but I've always run this style of square bill, which isn't really even a square bill. It's rounded on the edges. The bill's a square, but the square bills, it's like tight.
Yeah.
These are actually comes down, but it's rounded all the way around it, not
Oh, really? Okay.
square.
Huh.
So anyway, it's a square bill. It's not technically a square bill. So, but I've always ran those. The Normans I run, the Bandits I run. When I did crankbaits and when I, got hold of this one to do for CCB and that, I was like, that's the style. Even though the major square bills are more based off the original that We Are. There's just like kind of straight with a little bit of round, but it was very squarish.
Really sharp corners on them.
Yeah, and it was wider and it was a little bit rounded. It wasn't like a straight, 9-degree angle or 45-degree angle. It was, but those compared to these, it's just a different. I don't know. It has a different wobble. It has a different everything. I said I usually ran Bandits and Normans. Normans have a little teeny bill.
Oh yeah, it definitely changes the wobble on them. That Marling, you watch that Marling Baits at all?
No.
You gotta watch that Marling Baits. He makes his own baits, and I've been watching him for years. He came a long way. He's been getting pretty fancy lately, but he did all that. He just a couple weeks ago he was catching bass on top water with just a regular block of wood. It was
Hey,
crazy.
Pizza Man.
Because
Yeah, Pizza Man's got a tornado warning out.
They don't get a good look at it. Anyway, top water.
Yeah.
People were like, "Oh, bass will eat anything." After seeing them, that just proves that bass will eat anything. Seeing them eat that block of wood. Well, that was top water. You try and catch them on that block of wood on a drop shot or
yeah,
on a Carolina rig or something.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to end this one.
All right.
It's kind of bit sad, but you gotta end it. You gotta end it. I always love coming on and talking with you and everyone else.
I've kind of kept myself to. I'll go as long as I have external battery. But I'm not just gonna plug in and go for like 7-8 hours. So I'm trying to, cut it down a bit.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
But we only have 3 people in here. There hasn't been really that much interest.
Hasn't been a lot of interest all night in many streams that I've seen.
Yeah, that's
to be honest with you.
You gotta test it. Sometimes there might be 15, 20 people in. But it's always fun, and it's
almost 3 a.m. here. I need to head off.
Yeah.
Get off here anyway.
You need to get yourself some sleep though, Budget. Gee.
Yeah.
I need
going fishing in the morning, so.
Even more reason to get some sleep.
All right, guys.
All right, y'all. Later, Scott. See you, Bryce.
Later, Budget. See you, Scott.
All right.
Bye.